back to session 11 of Echoes of the Astral Sea. I know we're running a bit late tonight, but we are getting started now. So last we left off, the party had some adventures in Faerun, went after Leroy Belmont, ate some rotten fruit, and they're
I think in all the stress, the I think in all the stress, the crazy commoner never bothered to actually tell us his dumbass kid's name.
no, he did not.
I think we only know him as that dumbass kid.
Yep.
We need to find the child.
My dumbass son.
Yep.
Must be Tuesday for the Spartan.
So you
Saving another colonist from trouble. Here we go.
So you're still on the road, and you notice as the forest around you starts to kind of transition into farmland. So there's fields of crops. There's a few pens. You see some animals in. Mostly animals you all recognize, cows, pigs, but you also see some things you don't recognize, like giant birds. And one pen even has bird lions.
Bird lions.
Well, I should say
those
that
are weird.
some of you recognize bird lions, obviously, but
Yeah.
Griffins?
yeah, griffins.
Crusader will probably pop up in my helmet and give me some historical precedence for the mythology of griffins in various European cultures or something.
I'm just scanning.
Yes, they come in two different species. There's the typical griffin as compared to that of the hippogriff, which is more of a mixture between a swan and a horse. Amiri is just going off about things she knows.
All right, so
I'll look over at these two that I'm carrying, and I'm like, "You two gonna behave now, or do I need to keep carrying you?"
Fuck you.
The need for flesh fruit has subsided, but I'd still like to be carried.
I just unceremoniously drop the both of you. Like I'm mid stride, and I just let go, and you both go plop right down onto the road.
Aw.
you do see some farmers in wagons as you're going past. Most of them don't really seem to like really notice that you look like you don't belong here. Well, most of you look like you don't belong here. They just kind of gesture to you, wave hello, and keep going.
Yeah, it's
As I
worth
walk
pointing
past them,
out
I just
three out of
nod.
the five of us look like we belong here.
Yeah,
Because I'm wearing a cloak.
yeah.
And the Witcher, honestly, I don't see a single reason the Witcher doesn't look like he's just from around here.
Mhm.
He just looks like a bounty hunter.
Yeah, no, we're like walking down the road, another guy who looks exactly like Vagar just walks by. He's just like, good choice of leather.
I'm just gonna nod at him.
Yeah.
So,
Silent nod.
Is the harvest good this year?
it's not time for the harvest.
Oh.
It's like
Summer
spring.
crops.
To be fair, none of us even bothered to check what season it even is.
It is spring
Mhm.
currently.
Okay.
Excellent. It is
So
sowing season.
yes, and it is about midday currently.
I suppose we better. This is the is this the village we were supposed to go to?
This is the outskirts of the village you're supposed to go to, and as
All
you
right.
start to head into the village proper, the road kind of diverges, goes onto a main road where all the farmers were going and coming from, and then there's the village in the other direction. You can see it in the distance. And as you start to head down that road, you start to notice some dead animals on the side of the road.
Let's investigate.
Is there an obvious COD?
Yes, this is
Um,
atypical.
massive physical trauma.
Missing limbs, just large gashes.
Missing limbs, large
Blunt
gashes,
force.
blunt force, like they were. Some of them are straight up torn in half.
Hmm.
Well, now this is quite the battle scene.
I would like to. What is it? What type of roll would it be? I assume like a nature check to see what did this.
Might be
Uh,
survival, actually.
Probably medicine.
medicine, yeah.
All right. That is the wrong stat block I need to do. Okay. Soup sheet. All right. Medicine. We have a +5 to that roll. 1d 20 plus 5. Oh. What is it? Can I have? Trying to think. No, that might be asking a bit too much. If I can have like little Ivo just hand me supplies, essentially giving me the help action, I don't know if that's kind of okay or not.
Does Ivo have medicine proficiency?
I I feel they have the same proficiencies as like the
If I
person that
remember
makes them.
correctly, the homunculus has proficiency with everything.
Oh, all right.
It was like a
Well,
Might of the
let's.
Master mechanic where it just gets proficiency with everything.
Ah,
Let me
all right.
double check.
Yeah, let me check that.
Yeah, there's classes.
Oh no, that's the battle. That's the shield defender that has that.
Oh,
So it's Legion has that.
Yes. So no, Ivo does not have medicine proficiency. So no,
ah.
Ivo cannot do that. Anyways.
All right.
Legion will
Yeah,
help.
just. Oh, all right.
Okay, there you go. You have
So,
advantage now.
Yeah.
That and 22.
Something vaguely humanoid and obviously very, very strong.
All right. Suspects. Okay. Vampires, werewolves, ghouls, anything in that general direction.
Yeah. Suspected assailant is humanoid.
Don't look at me.
High
I've been with you
strength,
guys the whole
probable.
time.
As you come through like a stand of trees into, you can see a river going nearby.
Yeah.
You see, you see a stopped wagon, a lot of dead animals, and what appears to be a young man in blue traveling clothes, facing off against a tall humanoid figure, which appears to be stitched together from various body parts. To Emiria,
That
it
one of
looks like
yours?
a scaverin. The young man levels a sword at at the the monster, and it promptly backhands him and sends him flying into these hay bales.
I think we found our idiot son.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why?
Let's go.
Oh, you can't see anything,
Is that
can you?
We can see black and white, which
It's quite good.
which is a very nice touch if that was on purpose.
No,
Okay, it wasn't on purpose.
no. I forgot to turn. Global illumination on for this scene.
I thought we were
Yeah.
gonna do 1920s color vision
Yeah.
because we're fighting against.
We're just
I
like,
should mention that Leroy getting knocked into the hay bales did knock him out. So
yeah.
I,
I'm just like there. I'm gonna immediately ask, one of yours?
I'm gonna look up the work. Does it look like my handiwork or someone I know?
no, it does not. It looks much more sloppy.
No,
Okay.
too sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
Mutter. mutter under my breath to the point where it's kind of warbled by the by the weird filter my voice has. Does can't tell the difference anyway.
Vagar, you're up first.
Okay. Let it. Okay. Let's
By the way, I
go.
want to mention that I am really proud of this battle map.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's nice.
Yeah.
Is that a mushroom?
Yeah.
Is that a mushroom right there?
Mm-hmm.
Mushroom.
I like it.
Oh,
Some
there's also a
there's
little
there's
crab
mushrooms
right
everywhere.
Yep.
Someone go
Little
get some.
crab. There's some
Someone
fish in the
start
there's
foraging
there's fish
mushrooms.
in the river. You can see the water wheels from a nearby mill.
there. There's a
Yeah,
scarecrow,
there's a
some
there's
shovels.
a stiff over here.
A dead person.
Yeah,
Yep. Dead pig. Dead sheep.
another body
Anyways, we
to
should
add to the collection.
we should do something about the not so stiff
Mhm.
stiff over here.
Okay, yeah, alright. Vagar is going to draw his silver sword and shift.
'Kay.
And he's going to. No, no. Give me a second.
Just
Give
move
me a
my
second.
speed.
Back.
All right. Go ahead and get that going. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This thing has
Perfect.
like no AC, so
Okay, then easy peasy. Mother trucker.
yeah,
You
that
might
still
want to
hits.
Okay.
you might want to
Yep, I
you might want
noticed.
to move to private
Yep,
roles.
I noticed.
Okay.
Crap,
Well,
what
I'm
was it
glad I'm
again?
not going last.
Get this way.
Hey, look at all these dead animals you can take advantage of.
Yes. Hmm.
That's 9 damage for
Okay.
that one. And then.
I don't think there's any useful traits about sheep, though. But we could
Do I?
definitely
Oh,
use the
I
pig.
only have
Oh wait,
one.
actually,
One is.
because never
What?
mind. I forgot this thing has a trait. As you swing the sword, it seems to like superficially cut it, but it doesn't seem to slow it down at all.
Ah, so it took no damage for some reason.
Yes.
Interesting.
Wait, is this large or huge?
It is large. Second
Okay.
attack.
Okay, same thing. That's a nat 20.
Yeah, I think that hits. Go
Nice.
ahead and add another what would be 8 damage?
How much damage?
Another 8 damage.
Okay, 5 plus 8. 13.
This time you cut a lot deeper and actually deal damage to it. I'll be a little more clear. If this thing takes 9 or less bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, it instead takes no damage.
Ah,
Okay.
Hmm.
And
Anything
then I already did my
else?
bonus action to shift, so that is all from me.
Okay.
Vagar, if
seems
you
like
move
the
to this square, then when I move in, we can both have flanking.
I'm not sure he has the
Which square?
movement
This
speed.
square right here?
What's your speed,
I
Vagar?
don't.
Yeah, he
It's
moved his full
it's like
30 feet.
wait.
I move full speed.
No,
That's
wait. I
fine.
have 35.
never mind that.
So
You
which
have
one? This one right
35.
here.
That's epileptic.
Yep. Yep.
What's epileptic?
Oh, I just was trying to post a Frankenstein GIF
Oh, okay.
in the chat, but the one I found was like I was like, oh, this one's neat. It's like the movie poster, but like with lightning.
Mhm.
But the way that was doing it made me go, oh god, that actually hurts.
All right.
That hurts to look at.
Nilo, it is your turn.
Ah, yes. First order of business. Legion's gonna go over yonder to investigate whether or not the boy got immediately mulched by this thing. You know that the sudden throw didn't break his neck or
Yeah,
anything.
make a medicine check.
Let me see what that is for the Legion. might be doing this wrong. I'll find out in a second. No. Ugh. Okay, I did that right.
He's lucky he hit a hay bale. He looks pretty banged up. He might wake up with a concussion, but he'll be fine.
All right.
No permanent damage.
Good. Good. And I'm gonna wager that's probably Legion's action.
Mm-hmm.
I am, on the other hand, going to go for a full-on. On the other hand, am going for a full-on shoot the weird stitched thing.
Mm-hmm.
The clearly hostile creature that very visibly has blood on its hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these are pretty fresh. There it is.
Oh,
No,
I don't think that hits.
I don't think in that one hits. No.
I don't think that hits.
Bradley.
Okay, quick question. Is this thing big enough for me to partially climb the back of it like I would a hunter?
No.
Okay.
Cause it's
I'll just
big.
resort.
It's big, but it's like only barely on the edge of being large. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll
It's
just do this the
bigger than
normal way.
you, but
It's bigger than you,
Well,
but not by
it's
much.
bigger than you.
But how much? Okay. We'll just do this the normal way then. Boop.
It's just 9 feet
We
tall.
do
It's
rush, and then we just run up and whack him with the sword. Number 1. And we need to check for the crit. Plus, what was that modifier? 7? Yes.
Kind of like our setup. We
Just so you know, Brad, you can
Mhm.
type D20.
kind of
You can
have
type.
the
You can type.
artificers down here.
You
Well,
can type 2. You can type 2D20 KH, and that will roll it at advantage for you.
Okay.
Second attack.
Yeah. I'll edit them. Yeah. Okay. Well, part of it was I just clicked the wrong macro. I'll set up the DHKH macro in a second. Boop. Number 2. The dice have spoken. Wait, nope, that was the light shield. That was the wrong weapon.
Mhm.
Wrong weapon. Ignore that damage. 2d5 plus 4. 12.
Okay.
I have too many buttons, dang it.
at Frankenstein.
Okay. Emeria.
yes. Alright. Seems we are in a little bit of a pickle.
And we're gonna do something fun here. Emeria, you specifically get advantage on attack rolls against this thing because you know how it works. Like you just
All right.
Literally your field of expertise.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Not that you need advantage. This thing has 9 AC.
Alright. So, Emiria and friends. Okay, well, Emiria can't really be doing the things herself. That's what other people are for.
Yeah, but
Alright,
you get it for your people too.
gotcha. Alright, gonna move my my claw swarm over. Little homunculi. And, where did Jasper go? He's not on the map. Alright, the guy with the claw. Jasper, the clasper.
Oh, I didn't realize that he was still alive. Let me fix that. I thought he got mulched last session. There you go.
No, that was the skeleton I had.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what happened
That's
last
right.
session?
You did have at least one of these things clinging off of Legion's heels while we were driving.
Anyways, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so this one, you do not have the range. You will move up to there. All right.
Oh yeah,
As
you got your special actions for your claw swarm now.
yeah. Wait, I do.
Yeah.
Wait, there's
The
other actions.
yeah, the special 6th level feature they get. You get claws grasp and swarming interception now.
Oh, okay. Features. Oh, right. Nope. Wrong thing. Extras. There you go. Um, hold up. I was. Okay. Yes. All right. Clawswarp, you know what you're doing. I'm gonna go ahead. Is this the right thing? No, this isn't the right thing. You know what? I am actually just gonna roll for what is it? For I vote. Actually, he's not gonna move up over there. He's gonna move back there, and he's gonna. I tell him, all right, hit these stitches. That should be able to take out as she starts to talk about what's it, the stitches that hold together these such and such muscles with these such and such muscles.
Hmm.
All right, an 18 to hit and
And that is
6 damage.
force damage, so it just takes damage.
Ah, all right.
He's got a.
Oh, that was not what I was looking at. Okay. So, and okay, just for to speed things up so we could put things on other things, we're gonna what is it? Amiria will once again open the bird cage and pull out a dead body and what is it? And then reanimate that as a skeleton.
Okay. Where at?
Well, it would make most sense to put it right in front of me, and then we'll just end up moving it next turn.
Okay.
All right. Then we'll move it. Oh, actually, you could have just made it anyways. Yes. All right. Move up and
It is
all right.
flanking there.
Yes. Attack mod is +7, so I believe so. 1d20 plus 7. Not 20.
Yep.
Nice.
Max out the additional
All right.
damage dice and add them again.
All right. So that is a d8. So rolling 1d8 plus 11. That is not a slash. That is a question mark. 14.
Hmm.
And Claws Warp. Okay. It's not showing up, so I'm looking at.
In the extras tab, it's not on there.
It is not on there.
Oh, that's weird. Did you level up?
Yeah, I'm level
Okay.
6.
Okay.
It's
Oh
probably not
yeah,
6 levels
you're
of
not a 6th
Pale
level.
Master though.
I forgot that you're not a pure pale master.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. All
6th
right.
level pale
So,
master is when they get those special abilities.
all right. So we'll roll and add advantage. 13 to hit,
Yep.
and that one's correlated with 5 damage.
No, you use the first damage roll.
Oh, all right. Yeah, 10.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. It is the monster's turn.
Monster.
All right, Frankenstein Munster over here is about to
Yep.
get all up in us.
Yep. It's gonna
Get
swing
all
It's gonna
handsy.
swing an arm at Bradley.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a 26 to hit.
Okie dokie. I'm going to
I'm
use
not gonna
Nibble and
lie, I
take
kind of
half
wanted to just
damage.
sort of. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want him to just bitch slap one of us into the water.
All right. You take 7 damage already halved,
All right.
and you are, where is it?
Oh shoot.
You're grappled. And then
Lovely.
We're gonna have some fun
Oh.
stuff here.
Oh no.
It throws you.
Oh no.
You just had to give her the idea.
Well, I mean, of course it's me.
No, that's it. Stat block. I was planning for it to do that.
I mean, we did see it throw the last one.
Yeah.
Last
It
one
is-
wasn't in a half-ton armored suit, though.
He did. He just backhanded he just backhanded Leroy. He didn't throw him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
Either way, we about to get Kalani'd.
it
take
can't.
the pimp hands.
It can't throw you all the way to Amiria or Nilo. So it is going to throw you at. It's going to throw you at Vagar. So Vagar, make a dex save. Actually, both of
Do
you
I
make
get?
dex saves.
I was like, do I make any saves?
Yeah, both
I
of you
have
make dex
advantage on
saves.
this because I am in a adrenaline rush. That's an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you both succeed.
19. Okay.
So you'll both take half damage, and Vagar won't get displaced by this. You still get thrown. You just don't take as much damage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You both take 6 damage already halved.
Ouch.
Alrighty. Vagar, I would say you need to make. Yeah. For roleplay reasons, make a wisdom save. It doesn't
Okey-dokey.
really matter if you succeed or not because the nearest non-player creature is right next to you. So
It is 17.
yeah, you do not go frenzied. And it is your turn now.
Mac.
Don't forget you have your blood rights, by the way.
That's another nat 20.
Jeez.
I don't think she needs them. Call it a hunch.
Mhm.
Just a bit. Just a bit. Okay, the damage for that is 17. Then smack again.
Mhm.
25. Come on. Where is it? Oh, it only goes so far. That's 10.
Just
And
barely enough
then
damage to actually deal damage.
yeah. And then crap, I forgot. My bonus action I could hit again.
You could hit again. You could use a blood right. You could use your hunter's eye, your hunter's bane. That's what it's called. Basically, you analyze a creature.
Guy's almost dead. I'm just gonna
It's half
smack
dead.
him again.
It's at exactly half hit points.
Nice.
Very nice.
What is it a claw attack or is it a regular attack that I can do?
It is a claw attack, so that will be roll it like an unarmed strike, and then you'll deal a d6
Unarmed
plus your
strike.
strength modifier.
D6 plus strength, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my strength is just +1. Damn, Figure, you suck. Oh, max.
Okay. So I'm just gonna let you know. I didn't know your strength modifier was that low. You literally can't deal damage to this thing with a claw attack.
Oh no.
Yeah, I only just realized that when I
Yeah.
rolled. Yeah,
So
that's all.
if I had known your strength modifier was that low, I would have advised you on that. So would you like to
Yeah,
do something else?
No, I think I'm gonna save those bonus actions for when I.
This is like the
When
only fight I have planned for this particular adventuring day.
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
I want to do something else. What do I got? What do I got in terms of needing to get over there? That's not what I want.
Ooh. I'm good. I'm good. Move on.
Okay.
Won't get
All
over
right.
there.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning all my stuff.
Okay. Nilo.
He'll survive another turn, I bet. I'm gonna make. I am gonna make my way over here
Mhm.
to prep for my next trick.
Okay.
And I'm also going to shoot him.
All right. Nope. Surprisingly.
I had a feeling. The
Surprisingly, no, because this thing has no AC. So yeah.
yeah. I have a feeling this guy might hit. I have a feeling this pretty boy might hit.
Legion.
Yeah. Yeah, so Legion, please snipe him.
Yes.
I think he hits.
Bang
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah. He hits.
Yeah. I dread to see the thing that doesn't hit.
Mhm. There are a few things that wouldn't
Let's
hit.
see.
I mean,
Yeah, there are quite a few things.
dirty 20 is not that crazy high. Like it's high, but it's not like
Yeah, no, I know,
there
but
are
I
plenty of high
It's
mean
CR
to
pretty high
say
for
it.
this
monsters.
level.
Yeah, I mean to say that in terms of monster encounters, that is not usually a good day. uh, because you got to roll stupid high just to do damage.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Mhm.
there we go, and yeah,
Wow. Okay. No damage. Though usually creatures with that crazy high AC have really crap saves. Um,
Mhm.
all right, fair.
second attack from Legion.
That's right, he can do that.
Yes.
No,
Wow.
Still no damage.
I'm
This
putting
thing
holes.
just shrugged off 2 anti-tank rounds.
Yeah, I'm putting holes in the thing, and it just don't care.
Yep.
Like I swear, if I shoot him like 6 more times, he needs to take a drink of water and just have all the water pour out like a little cartoon.
Like something out of Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
believe that's
Or
everything
Tom and
from
Jerry.
Nilo.
Yeah, that's everything from me.
All right, Bradley. Oh, by the way, you did land prone, so.
I figured as much, which is why I'm only going to be able to run to there, but I still have flanking because of the guard.
Hmm.
Yay.
Okay, but chop chop. Oh, let's see if this works. Nope, saying there's a syntax error. So how did you say set it up for the?
2d20 KH plus your modifier.
Oh, okay, had the KH in the wrong spot.
KH stands for keep highest.
Yeah, I figured that much, but I had it
Yeah.
after the modifier, not
Yeah.
before.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, nope,
And then
still syntax. Is there space
oh,
between them?
I don't think so.
Not working.
Yeah, it just worked for me. Let me
Hmm.
turn off private so I can show you.
Hmm. Oh, that's where the issue is. Okay.
I will be back.
I had a space in the wrong spot.
Ah.
And I'm gonna use Crippling Strike. I need to make a dex save.
Okay. It is very bad at those.
Magic number is 15.
It got a 2.
Yep. So its speed is 0. Yeah, that's not the big deal. It takes extra damage though.
Hmm.
2. And then attack number 2. Bam.
Hmm.
Does nothing.
Does nothing though. Unless you use an exploit, in which case that deals
Actually,
extra damage, in which case it would do something.
um, Ooh, I have a feeling it's really good at con saves, though. So we'll do another crippling strike.
It got a dirty 1.
Aha! That's another 4. That's 12.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Emuria.
If I could do bless, I would, but the thing is, it's already easy to hit. That's not the problem at the moment.
Yep.
All right. Well.
It is the embodiment of meat shield.
hmm
All right. Well. Yeah. I guess. And I can't just use like an action to say, "Hey, attack," and then bonus action just say,
No.
"Hey, attack." No, that's
Because
they don't have
what you're
multi-attack.
doing is commanding them to take their action.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna have Jasper, the Clasper, go that way. So that we have him surrounded on all 4 sides.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He literally can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, these are all d20s plus 7, so 1d20
I cut its Achilles tendon
plus
or something.
7. I will use your funny I-beam thing that I did not program you with.
Yeah, I think
26.
I think that
Isn't it
hits.
interesting that my sketchy as heck
Plus
helicopter rotor sword is doing more damage than the anti-tank rifle?
5 damage from Ivo. Let's try Jasper, you have a +4.
Legion's got a
So hit.
serious overpen problem right now on this very soft target.
19.
Yep, you do hit.
Alright, 1d8 plus 3. Oh, and he's also got to make a strength saving throw.
hmm
So he'll probably succeed it, but he's got to make one.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't use
That's a 12.
Yep, that meets the check.
That means it goes to the attacker.
Oh, okay. Who's freaking? He is considered. Hold up. I'm looking from sheet to sheet at the moment.
Mhm.
Because I thought I put this. I did not put like special things. Yeah, he is considered grappled
Mhm.
until my guard grapples another guy.
Mhm. Got him with the
All
man
right.
catcher.
Yeah, the man catcher. We caught the guy. All right, claw swarm, hit, advantage. All right, 21 either way. 2d4 plus 3. All right, 7 damage.
Nope.
I expected as much. And normal guard. You have a +7. All right, 23.
Mhm.
Okay, 1d8 plus 5. 6 damage.
Nope.
You know, I'm good at like a whole bunch of small amounts of damage. And it's like, well, you know what? We have these spells anyways, and it's more flavorful this way. Amelia will take out that miniature lightning rod that she has, and she'll take out a strange generator with a small soul inside of it. And what she's doing is essentially plugging the two in together, causing the soul inside a whole amount of pain, and essentially casting the spell Rack. upon our flesh golem.
Okay. What does that one do? I think that's a con save, right?
It is a con save.
And it finally actually gets to use the fact that it has magic resistance. That's a 23 on that save.
Yeah, it succeeds. All
Is
right.
it save for nothing or save for half?
Oh, no, it doesn't do damage. What it does instead is that, it only moves at half speed now, and all of its attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Ah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
it is its turn now. It is going to take a swing at Vagar.
I wish you luck, buddy.
I'm fine.
Don't go flying into the river. The misses won't
Yeet.
like that.
I assume, actually, no, I don't assume. Does a 19 hit?
It does hit.
Okay. You are going to take a lot of damage because this thing is bloodied, which means it deals extra damage.
Mm. Mm.
And also has advantage on attack rolls.
Ah.
So that is 19 damage. And of course, you are grappled.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to turn and throw you at Nilo.
I Nilo.
So both of you need to make dex saves.
Okay, so I can't use riposte.
Nope.
Oof.
Yeah.
Quickly, Nilo, dive out of the way.
Use your alien magics.
Nope.
Nope.
Ow.
So you are both knocked prone and you both take full damage.
Ow.
This is gonna hurt. 17 damage. That did not hurt as much as I expected it to. Okay.
Huh.
That's
That's weird. I should have been healed up to full.
Oh. Vagar, make your
For some reason I wasn't.
yeah, Vagar, make your wisdom save.
Because if I wasn't, that would have dropped me.
Yeah. But you had a long rest between the sessions.
That's a nat one.
Oof.
It's a nat 1, and because it's a nat 1, we're gonna say that it accounts for player characters as well.
Sorry,
You
Nilo.
must move your speed to attack Nilo.
Ah.
Oof.
Goodbye, Nilo.
Hi, Nilo.
Well,
You don't have to
I'm
make
sorry about
every
what I'm about to do.
You don't have to make your. You don't have to use your. I will say you don't have to use your extra attack. You can. You have to make. You have to make a bite attack here.
Mm-hmm.
So effectively make an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's 4. Okay. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, I think that does that hit Nilo?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be a D8 plus your strength modifier.
The 8 plus 1, alright.
Ow. Whatever you do, don't crit.
That's 8 damage. Okay. And then you also have to make a claw attack as your bonus action. So.
That's pretty much just the same thing.
Except it's
Yeah.
a D6. Does that hit?
See?
Nilo?
Let me see. Meet or beat, that in fact does.
If it meets, it goes to the attacker. So roll damage, D6 plus 1. That'll be another 5
Nope.
damage. Nilo,
5
it is
damage,
your
huh?
turn now.
So I just need to check something. How does the whole going frenzied thing work? Is she just gonna keep attacking me, or
So
Vagar gonna
frenzied.
keep?
Vagar is frenzied until he succeeds on that saving throw. So Next turn he'll
Okay,
make
cool.
the save. Next turn he'll make the save again. If he succeeds, he's no longer rendered. He does not have to opportunity attack you.
Okay.
That's literally just the nearest thing.
Yeah, he just has to use his turn to attack the nearest thing if he fails his
Yes,
save, basically.
So, Nilo, just put the flesh golem between you and Vagar.
Yeah. I can do that.
Well, I mean, there's also a whole bunch of
Living.
zombies.
It's only
Really?
living things that it can attack.
Oh, so just us.
Hmm.
Yep. So let me see. Yeah, I can make it over here-ish. Or over there. Over there will work. I'm gonna head over here.
Hmm.
Hello.
Oh, you were prone, so
And
you only have 15 feet of movement, unless you dash. Whoops, did not mean to click that.
what?
You were
You were
prone.
prone.
Oh, I was
You have
prone,
half
right.
speed to stand up.
Never mind.
You can move 3 squares.
Not the most conducive to what I wanted to do, but it's either that or get clawed to bits
You
by
might
this thing.
move up next to the guard. Like here.
I think
Yeah, but I want
I
to.
think he wants to thunder punch.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you could move to there.
Yeah. I wanted to kind of push it in between me and the other one, but all right. I'm just gonna screw it. I'm just gonna run over here and my and something similar but not exactly the same as my Omni Blade extends out as flash forged on my right arm, and I will proceed to punch Frankenstein's monster over here.
Okay. You do have advantage because you are flanking, and it is a melee attack.
Yep.
Hey.
Boom.
Yep.
So let me just double check what that damage is.
And I know it pushes as well.
Yeah, it will. I just need to just that. And with that, it gets and with that the blue, and with that there's a force of blue energy, and this thing is thrust backwards 10 feet.
Great.
And you
Oh,
definitely no longer grapple.
Here I was thinking it was gonna shove me with it. Nope, no?
yeah,
Okay.
the little thing. Yeah. So the Spartan just watched me just punch this thing a good 10 feet away. And
Like that.
Legion, do something.
Shoot the dang
let
thing.
me just double check his hits. Okay. He definitely hits.
But does it do anything? Or does it just overpen like everything else has been?
Let me just check. He's got a
Nope.
6.
Nope.
yeah.
Another overpen.
You're doing great, Legion.
Shoot him again!
Why the hell not?
Go for the face this time.
Let's do this.
Ah!
Yeah.
Same two numbers.
Making this thing look like
Third
Swiss
time.
cheese.
Roll a 6.
Taking
Oh
so
my
many bullets.
goodness.
Bradley.
He has so many holes.
Okay.
On a living thing, you gotta aim for the stitches.
I'ma use my martial focus exploit to get advantage.
Mhm.
I'm now out of exploits. Big sad.
Hmm.
Whack.
Mhm. Doesn't deal any damage unless martial focus adds damage, though.
Let me double check. Nope.
Okay.
It literally just burns a die to give me advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh.
he does not deal any damage
Big
then.
sad. Big sad. Once more with feeling.
Do it. Do the thing.
Did
Okay.
roar.
Right.
And then donning a shield takes an action, and I didn't do that beforehand, so I can't do that now. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Emiria.
All right. Well. You know, I didn't think my entire build would be built around doing this. Okay. They really should add in something. I guess you could. Nope. That's something to figure out later. All right. So. All right. This thing's getting on my nerves. Claw Ward, make yourself useful. Tie up that fellow. I guess technically this guard can still hit because he's got 10 feet of range.
Oh.
But as for the others, we are going to, because none of them have been incapacitated yet. So that's 20 feet. And that's 10 feet. And I vote. Yeah, you got a clear shot. All right, I vote. Hit someone.
Mhm.
17. And that is the lowest amount of damage things can do. D4, not a 1D45. Oh,
That'll be a funky shaped
5
die.
damage.
Like, what does that even look like?
I don't know. I've seen a D30 before.
Oh, it didn't show it. It just rolled a number.
Yeah.
20.
Um.
All right, GSP. Nope, that was just a flat D20. So I assume like a 10. All right, 22 to hit
Yep.
with
That
that.
hits.
1D8 plus 5.
It
8
succeeds its
damage.
saving throw this time.
Okay. All right. And Gloss Ward. Well, it's only 8 damage.
Mhm.
All right. Not 20. Didn't even need to roll another one.
Hey.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So rolling 2d4 plus 11.
You're definitely dealing damage. That's
15.
that's one thing we can say for sure. Okay.
Yep. Huh.
It is just
All right.
barely standing.
So he's still standing. Did I sell my crossbow? I think I sold my crossbow.
I mean, the
Yeah, I
skeleton.
sold my crossbow.
The skeleton still has an attack.
Oh, yes! Skeleton! Yes! Do your thing. Hit the guy.
Stab him.
Do a big stab.
Boys.
22. Alright. So, okay. 1d8 plus 5. 9 damage.
Just barely too little. Uh,
Alright.
Watch, he's got like 2 hit points.
he has 7.
I literally
Oh,
I
okay.
literally can't do anything as a main action because everything I do, I guess I can heal someone.
Okay, I'll
Wait, hold up.
Okay,
Can I
Vagar, you
do
try
the
not to
thing
kill
that
me.
what's it? Can I do that thing that Black Widow does and just say Vagar?
You're gonna have to
The
move up.
sun's
You're
getting
gonna move
The
up to
sun's
him.
getting real low.
And you can. That will be a animal handling check.
sun's getting real low.
All right. Animal, it's like, oh gosh, that's a freaking +2. Rolling.
I always forget that Vagar gets temp HP when he shifts. Don't forget that, Maddie,
How
because
much does he?
you get
13.
that as well in your from being a shifter. Anyways, all right. Vagar, you can repeat your saving throw.
Sun's getting real low. You hear a
Meanwhile, you and I
comforting
are probably
voice.
sitting here going, Miriam, you're about to get your hand bit off.
Okay, and you said a wisdom plus, yeah.
Yes, it's a wisdom save.
D20 plus 3. Who did that? Was that me?
Maybe.
No, yeah.
That was you.
D20 plus 3, that's 5.
Nope. Vagar, you are unswayed.
Oh,
That was
I
just
was
getting
right.
that was getting
Your
your
hand's
repeat.
about to get bit.
He is
Well, the
going to
good
get
news
he is
is
going to get
I
another
will.
save on his turn.
Mhm.
It is
The good
the
news is I'll probably finish this fight.
all right. So
Probably.
I thunder
monster
punch again.
so
the
funny.
monster is going to take a swing at Bradley.
Oh, lovely. And I can't repost it because I'm out of exploits.
That is a 19. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to use Nimble Escape to half this damage.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Whew. 13 damage already halved.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch.
And then it wraps both its hands around your throat. Make a Constitution
Oh.
saving throw.
Oh,
holy
peachy.
cow.
He's gonna strangle you.
Goes to the attacker.
Ooh.
This is gonna hurt.
Wait, does having proficiency in endurance help with this at all?
No.
Okay.
You take 38 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And you are also unable to speak or breathe until the end of the golem's next turn.
I mean, that's fine. My con is +4. I can hold my breath for like 4 minutes.
No, this would be you. It's as if you didn't hold your breath and you were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ow.
Because it is
Yeah, you had
specifically
all your wind
choking you.
knocked out of you.
Okay, Vagar. Make a saving throw.
Bye, Amiria.
Are you still up, Bradley?
Yes, I still have 30 hit points.
Wow, I need to. I'm pretty sure there's a bug going on. I'm pretty sure you have way more hit points than you're
22.
supposed to.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
Vagar,
it worked!
you regain control, but you are no longer in your werewolf form.
It worked.
You win some, you lose some. Let's see here.
That's better than stabbing me. I guess.
Yeah.
2 from tough.
So basically, if you don't end the fight before
Okay.
Bradley's turn, he's
Okay,
going to get a
Vagar,
level of
go
exhaustion
get
from
him.
choking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to.
I slapped Vagar on the backside. Go get him.
Hey, only the missus does that.
Not gonna say anything. He's just gonna. He's just accepted that. Go get him, Tiger.
Go get
Yeah.
him, my schnitzel.
I'm pretty sure this is a brand of harassment.
And Vagar is going to smack Frankenstein's monster with his silver sword.
Where am I getting that extra 4 hit points?
78 is.
You have advantage.
I think you hit.
Yeah, I think you hit, but go ahead and roll to see if you crit.
I rolled. No, I didn't roll twice. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay, roll damage.
Okie dokie. Yeah, the fair.
Dang.
No, it's calculating it right. I just did the math manually on a calculator.
Okay.
It's
And
because I have
then
double tough.
Okay. See?
another
Second
one.
attack. Yep. Roll
25.
check for crit.
Oh, check for crit.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No.
How do you want? How do you
Yes.
want to do this?
Slay this thing.
Lob off the head.
All right. Yeah. You cut its head off, and the rest of the body collapses, partially landing on top of Bradley as he also collapses to the ground because you
Yeah.
were raised up in the air by it.
Yep. I landed in that like 3-point pose, with the hand on both knees, sort of choking and gasping.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna run over and use my Omni Blade to chop off the thing's hands that are probably rigor mortis still holding onto him.
Well, rigor mortis wouldn't set in until it's been dead a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean either way, it's
you cut the hands off.
Yeah.
just get him off of him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I collect the hands for later use.
Okay.
Breathe.
You don't say.
So
Shove myself up.
so Vagar, after that experience, how are you feeling?
Just gonna look over at Nilo. Be like, I'm sorry for attacking you.
What was that? I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry for attacking you.
Just kind of look at Vagar. We need to work on that.
Well, I mean, so what a myriad did, I guess, worked.
It actually didn't.
I know it didn't, but Vagar somehow thinks so.
I don't.
Vagar just sees a Miria right in front of him when he changes back in it. Just thinks that it works.
Yeah.
We better go check on the
You see,
fool over there.
so Legion sees Leroy kind of groggily open his eyes. He looks at the thing in front of him, and at first he doesn't. He's just like, yeah, okay. And then he realizes what he's seeing,
Yeah.
and he immediately
Spotlight in his
jumps.
face.
He immediately jumps to his feet. What the heck is that thing?
Quickened actions
I
are not
believe-
recommended at this time.
Crusader will speak up. I believe the closest term on your world would be a golem.
Strangest golem I've ever seen. He rubs his eyes. No, I have to be hallucinating this.
With one hand, I basically grab the
Are
collar of his
you-
shirt and stand him on his feet. Come on,
No,
fool.
he's already on his feet.
Yeah, he's on his
okay.
feet.
That's what he did. He jumped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like
You appear to
I
have
just
suffered.
pat him on his shoulder. Come on, we better.
You appear to have suffered. You appear to have suffered a concussion. Other than that, you appear undamaged.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I am going to. Well,
Do you happen to know a rather angry-looking? What was he? A farmer?
Something like that.
I believe the correct term is
Something about-
rancher.
All the farmers I run into
looking-
keep shooting at me.
We
He's
assume-
Insurrectionists.
We assumed you.
wearing a
We didn't get his name, but he
Where-
told us to go find his, and I do like I do the single finger quotations. His idiot son who ran off to fight a monster.
Leroy kind of like scratches the back of his head that way you do when you're like kind of sheepishly. And he's just
Yeah.
wearing a cloak.
Yes. Surprising. Yes. If I didn't see what he was wearing underneath, I would have thought he was a noble.
He holds out a hand to shake. That's me, Leroy Belmont, at your service.
Nilo Megara. Nilo Megara Vas. What? Damn it! What is
That's
it?
Raya.
Vasraya. I have like 2 ship names I kept track of, and I have trouble remembering which is which for some godforsaken reason. Anyways, this is Legion, and the one behind you is Bradley, and that one is That one over there is Vagar, and I'm assuming, what is Amiria doing?
Amiria is trying to coordinate. How are we going to get this flesh going back to the ship so that she can
You're
reuse it
full
for
on
parts?
doing a Pikmin with your claw swarm.
Yes.
Heave ho! Heave ho! Heave ho!
Beep.
Plus, don't forget
And I'm
the 2
just like,
skeletons probably picking up arms or something.
and I'm just like, and the one doing things I'm not, and the one, and
The
that one
creepy
is,
one's Amiria.
yeah, that one's Emilia.
She
Like,
turns
while you're
around and
sitting
she
there
hears her
fumbling over
name
your
and
words,
just gives
Spartan
like
just
a
straight up
Yeah.
says, "The creepy
Yeah.
one's Amiria."
And then I agree. The creepy one is Emilia.
Well, you and the big guy clearly aren't from around here.
That's the short version of it, yes.
This thing failed already, didn't it? Just kind of shrug.
What are you referring to out of character?
The cloak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vagar, what are you doing exactly?
Oh, Vagar was going to. I don't know. There's a crab right here, so I thought he would be looking for shells, like pretty shells for.
Okay.
Look for
What?
shells for look for pretty shells for the missus.
I won't make you make a
Pretty
check
shells
for
for
that.
the pretty lady.
Pretty shells and pretty rocks.
I won't make you make a check for that.
Pretty shell for a pretty lady.
Well, we should probably get back. My
Yep.
dad's probably worried.
He seemed 2 parts worried, 2 parts wanting to strangle you.
Leroy kind of like nods, kind of like shrugs, like
Yep,
yeah, that
that's my
makes
dad.
sense. Yep.
Yep, that's my dad.
Mhm.
Well, he goes over and picks up his sword. Let's get going.
I just call
Yes.
out to Vagar. It's like, "Hey, Vagar, we're leaving."
Yeah, give me a moment. And he's just gonna like wade. He's gonna pull up.
How
No, he's
does
not gonna pull up his pants. He's gonna wade into the water a bit, and just like pick up something, and then go back to the others.
Yeah. how's the Amiria how's the Dandori challenge going over there, Amiria?
It's working.
Pretty well.
Good. I just wanted like
So yes, where would you So yes, start heading back the way you came. Is there anything you would like to do on the trip?
going to talk a bit to him. First of all, see if we can actually get the name of his father. Never got any of those pieces of information. we just found a very stressed out man who wanted someone to tell him where his dumbass son went,
And then we
or at
found
least go
some.
check on him.
Okay. Yeah, my father's name is Vladimir.
Vladimir. It's that's an interesting name. What?
Russian origin.
I wonder. Why were you going after whatever that was.
There have been some strange monster attacks of late. I heard about that one. My dad was missing at the time, so I thought I could help. You saw what it did to those. You saw what it did to those farmers.
That is that is true, but your that is true, but it sounds like your father knows a thing or two about hunting monsters. Did you at least consider, I don't know, asking him to help?
It was short notice. I didn't have time to ask for help. I had to just get to the I had to just take care of it. And apparently I can't.
Well, at least I just look straight at Neil. Well, at least the boy has initiative.
True. But having initiative and not knowing how to capitalize on it can also get not only yourself but others killed.
Oh, don't I know it? Seen plenty of that. Dumb Marines.
A few a few a few of my people had actually been exiled from uh, because of such actions.
Mm.
Not
Let's just
very
say I've
often.
seen too many rookie recruits that were a bit young and a bit eager to sign up for the Marines, help save the colonies that died way too soon.
Leroy seems like kind of indignant. Well,
Yeah.
someone needed to help.
Someone did.
I'm not saying it was
For
wrong that
someone.
I'm not saying it was wrong that I'm not saying someone didn't need to help. I'm saying that sometimes if you don't know how to handle a situation or are incapable of handling a situation, you can actually make the problem worse.
He kind of shrugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see that sword for a
Am I
second.
am I crazy? Did it Speaking of which, am I crazy, Bradley, or did it seem to get stronger the closer it was to being taken down?
It did, but that's nothing I'm not used to. Jarl and I go into a sort of a rage when they get near death, or when a chieftain dies.
Hmm. I'm glad we were able to put it down then. If it was left in a state like that, who knows what it could have done.
Mm-hmm. Say, Leroy, let me see that sword there for a second.
He draws the sword and shows it to you. The
Mm. I'm,
edges coated in silver.
mm. I'm basically like do like the blade flex test, seeing how good a quality steel it is in,
It is a good
and
quality steel.
those kind of things. I assume it's like longsword shape.
Yeah, it's a broadsword.
It's a what?
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
broadsword. Right?
broadsword.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
broadsword.
What is the what? I'm curious, just for out of game
Hmm
reasons. What's the damage on that sword? Like
2d.
Probably a
what
two
do
d
you roll?
five,
2d4.
2d5? 2d4.
2d4. Okay.
Yep.
'Cause,
Oh,
I was getting
wow.
broadsword and bastard sword crossed.
Wow.
hmm
He wasn't killing shit with that.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah, I basically do the flex test. Me like, decent enough sword for a beginner in a society that doesn't use magnetic plasma. I then pass it back to him.
He sheathes it. You pass through the section of the woods that had the big mud pit. It's no longer muddy.
Yeah.
Nah,
He looks
it's not
around.
muddy.
Looks like some jellies were around here.
Somewhat.
I knew it. I knew it.
He turns to Vagar. You know, oozes.
I look right at
Li-
Nilo.
living
Do you have
slime.
any idea what he's talking about?
If
I
it's
know
any,
the like jelly, like the dessert, but
Living slime.
Some
I may be
neither
Living
of them are
I
from
don't.
slime.
this world.
impressively, I think there might. Impressively, I'm not sure there are any of those in any of our continuities.
There is in mine.
Okay. But we've also
There are
established you're
lots of them.
crazy, so we kind of don't, so we don't always take you seriously.
Everything she has said has been true so far. There is a cult around a giant frog. There isn't. There is
Yeah,
also
but we
one
don't
over
know
a
that.
giant slime.
We
Yes.
only have your word to go for, and as far as we know, you're a little bit tech.
I mean, she was
Yeah.
right about like the
Yeah.
goth mommy angel. So I
Yeah.
mean,
But
Yeah.
like,
the angel and the demons that came out of the portal. Yeah, I guess they were
Anyway,
yeah.
double split.
So I
anyways,
mean,
just kind of. Anyway, just kind of be like, so, like a hostile mold.
Sort of. It
or
depends
like
exactly on the. It depends
Yeah.
exactly on the
sentient
type.
dessert.
The a gelatinous cube, you can barely see those, and you could walk right into one. This looks like evidence of ochre jellies. They look sort of like patches of mud.
Good thing we went around the first time, though. Then. Also, those two idiots back there decided to taste fruit of the trees and apparently tasted awful.
My mother said something about delicious looking fruit that tasted awful. I can't remember
I
It
what it
was
was.
bewitched.
How did you two describe it? Tastes like death or something like that?
I should mention only Emiria took a bite before
Yeah.
Vagar lost interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I was the only one who actually described it, and I wasn't even the one who did it.
Oh,
Because I, like Spencer, am a fan of bloated descriptors.
Yeah. He's just like thinking about trying to remember what his mother said about the fruit you
So,
ate. I'm sure it was nothing.
so, t- so tell us more about yourself. What does your family do?
My mother and my father are retired adventurers. They run a ranch outside of town now. I think my father is specifically one of the one of the Belmonts. He killed Strahd, so I have a lot to live up to.
Who?
The strongest and most dangerous vampire.
Oh. Lovely.
Well,
I
it
look at
sounds like
Nilo.
another one took. It
I
sounds
look
like
straight at Nilo
another
in the
one
eye
took
and I'm
his.
like, this place just keeps getting better
Actually,
and better.
did we hear that specifically that the Impaler was a vampire, or did we just only hear about the Impaler being dangerous?
You only heard about the Impaler being dangerous.
Okay. Then I won't say anything. I'll just go. Int. I'll just. Huh.
hmm.
Maybe that's.
I come from a line of monster hunters.
Mm-hmm.
That Soren fellow has been everywhere.
He did seem to. I was. That was. I actually don't know what Nilo would have to say for that.
So if
Hmm.
you're monster hunters, you do
Hmm.
have
Monster hunters.
like
Hmm.
so you have
Does this place have like an established organization of monster hunters?
yes.
Not
Like a
there are established orders of monster hunters, but the Belmonts have never been officially associated with any of them.
hmm.
You have written
All right then.
records of the monsters you come in contact with.
But no,
Sure.
like,
Well, we do, but there are ways away, and I actually don't know the exact location of the hold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's. You've had. It sounds like you've had a rather interesting upbringing.
Sure.
I seriously thought he was going to elaborate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this time, a Crusader will chime in. Spartan, due to the lack of any sort of internet or other advanced technology, I am unable to access any archives. They must be, and he shivers, on paper. Ugh.
Yeah.
The thought.
This. You couldn't tell that this. You couldn't. You couldn't say. You couldn't tell that just from the fact that. Just from the fact that everyone was. That there was a guy walking in the street with his cow.
Regular meal chime in. He likes to point out the obvious sometimes.
Yeah.
You arrive at after a while, you arrive at a modest ranch home. You can see a pen with some oxen,
Yeah.
and you see the same grumpy old adventurer sitting on the porch.
I'm gonna kind of.
hello there.
I'm gonna kind of
We have,
push the. I'm gonna push the kid forward a little bit. Go on.
Yep, he walks up.
Vladimir will stand. Will stand to meet his boy. Look him over. Be like, what was it?
Flesh golem. Something sent like it was like that it was like that skeleton I fought recently. Something it had the same kind of tracks about it. Like that's like it was sent by the same creature.
As as your father, I have. As your father, I have. I am somewhere between the emotions of proud to see that you're trying to continue the family legacy, overjoyed to see that you're alive, and that I want to absolutely strangle you for doing something so unbelievably stupid. You're. I imagine I'm willing to bet that this. I'm willing to bet that that pissy little thing didn't even do anything to it. Flesh golems and a nasty business.
I, uh,
If you have any
I
medical training or a
he looks at
town doctor,
at Vladimir. I was holding my own before these people arrived. Out of character, Vladimir doesn't even need a check to tell that that's a lie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. This is when Vlad officially makes his decision and just whacks his boy over the head. Don't. What have I told you about lying to my face?
Sir,
He
if you
was
have a town
he
doctor, I
was in.
suggest you fetch him. The beat monster, whatever it's called, tossed him about like a small sack of wheat. Probably
Easily
got a
went
concussion.
oh, well, if you need a
distance
doctor,
traveled was at least.
I am here.
Yeah, distance traveled. You're a doctor.
You could say, yes.
Vagar is
No,
immediately turning away and going to like the
I look at
pen.
Amiri and be like, "Do you actually work on living people, though?"
I do sometimes. That is what my second major was.
Vlad's gonna actually stop, like pinch the bridge of his nose for a sec. Wait, are you some brand of necromancer?
Hmm, I thought you got that clue from the first time around. I'm surprised that these guys points to like the train of the train of undead individuals as they make like hop sounds, hop hop hop, like little pigmen as they bring.
Just tell me, just tell me one important thing. You didn't. Just tell me one important thing. You didn't procure these things from. You didn't procure these things from an innocent village, now did you?
At the
Unless you
very
call
least,
that flesh golem an innocent villager, no.
Fine, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Just give him
the
a
un-
look over. Cheap.
the bodies are not from your world. That much I can say for certain.
Oh, definitely. That one's not even made out of humans. Points to Ivo.
Yes, yes. Well, I kind of figured some of you were from a different plane.
But yes,
You're just gonna point at Legion. There's no. I mean, I mean, I don't know what weak magic you were trying to hide him with, but that shit's obvious.
Yeah, the flashlight face kind of gives him away.
You
That's why I
you know
turn my helmet lamps off during the daytime.
I officially, right, my manners. I officially should thank you for saving for for saving my son from the creature. Did you also manage to kill it?
I gesture
I'm
to
gonna
it.
say that at this moment the train of undead individuals is like right behind Emiria,
I
holding
just
the
stick a
body
thumb
parts.
He's
over my
actually gonna
shoulder and point at its corpse.
he's gonna actually
See
walk
for
over to
yourself.
it. He's actually gonna walk over to it and like pull out a knife and kind of poke it a bit.
It does not
Good,
respond.
good, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Nearest, nearest. He like thinks for a sec. Nearest town's the nearest town. Is the Adventures Guild is. Lets out a tired sigh.
There a problem.
He's gonna like hold up his hand to the Spartan, look his son. You're gonna do this again, aren't you?
If someone needs help, I have to help them. Isn't that what you taught me?
When you were ready. God's almighty, when you were ready. And you don't you jumped straight you jumped head straight into a what have I told you about trying to first of all, you hunt, you need to track first. You just leapt right in, didn't you? You didn't even look at it, try to find any weak points or anything to try to trap it. You just jumped right in like it was Manan's birthright for you to just run out with your willy out.
Leroy opens his mouth as if to say something and then closes it.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, are you any good with that sword, or is it just a overly large
Tell him,
kitchen
boy.
knife for you?
Sure, it just caught me by surprise. It just caught me off guard, is all.
Uh-huh. Vega, looks like we
He
got.
is actually telling the truth. He has been trained in the
Okay.
sword.
Yeah.
Alright. Never mind. I'm not gonna say this. I was gonna be like, he was gonna say something.
Yeah.
Well, at least there's that.
Yeah.
Then he'll think for a second. Have you ever fought anything aside from the golem, as I gestured with the body, significantly stronger than you?
I fought. I think I fought. Well, I fought an owl bear a while back.
You lost against an owl bear.
Losing is still fighting.
You're lucky your mother was there.
Uh-huh. And how big is an owl bear?
It's literally a bear with the face of an owl. Just picture that.
Not
Amelia
very
starts
helpful.
jotting down
Big bear,
notes.
small bear, medium-sized
Big,
bear.
big one.
Oh, lovely.
Brown bear or grizzly?
Kodiak.
I'd
Cody.
say
What is a Kodiak bear?
Kodiak
I'd
bear is
say
basically a brown bear the size of a polar bear.
I'd say
What's a polar bear?
maybe grizzly, maybe a bit better, maybe a bit bigger.
I then look at
Alright,
Leroy
bigger
up
than
and
grizzly.
down. Does Leroy seem like average build, slim build?
He's got a. He is fairly muscular, but he's still a young man, so he's not like he's still not that muscular.
The
He's not
kind of
like a
builds that
delta.
a farmer will get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can get fairly muscular being a farmer.
Hmm.
Yeah. Grizzly bear. It's a miracle you made it out alive.
My mom did help.
Help, she drew. Yes, help, as in saved your ass by driving the bear off. Why were you messing with its cubs?
Uh,
That makes
I didn't prepare this far.
that means you're
We're adding
especially
up on
lucky to
this
be alive,
story.
boy.
Yeah, no.
Leroy makes up an excuse, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
fucker.
I've always told, and what was one of the first things I told you about just regular hunting?
Yeah, he'll say exactly what you told him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's literally, yeah, it's basically just don't mess with a mom that's near its cubs.
Oh yeah,
You never get between the mom and the cub.
yeah. He
Yeah.
repeats it.
Exactly. And what did you do?
Got between a mom and her cubs.
Exactly. You're lucky that those scars are all you got away with.
You
You're gonna
you all see me with like
drive me up the
faceplate
drive
in
me up the wall.
hand, just groaning.
You're driving me up the
Oh,
wall. Is the missus home? I need to ask DM.
Yes, she is home.
Come on in. All of you, come in, but leave those things outside, please. The
Alright.
all of
They
you,
are
come in.
good.
I need to thank you all properly for helping my boy and the thing with the golem. Just wait till your mother hears about this. Drag more people into this. He'll lead everyone in.
Hmm.
I forgot her name.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Is he?
As she as he came home and he brought some friends.
She is a woman about the same age as Vladimir, with kind of the complexion of someone from Eastern Europe, as the people
Yeah.
from spheres with Europe would know.
Yeah.
She looks each of you. She looks at each of you in turn. Well, at least the four of you look like you can fight, and could get Leroy out of whatever mess he got himself into.
Try not to.
I look like I could
It-
fight.
It's gonna. It's like. Apparently it was a flesh golem. Remains are outside if you want to take a look. This one's a necromancer of some kind. I just don't want to
Amiria's
bother with
once
that
again
right
being
now.
called the necromancer. It's like
Yeah.
just gives a frown. It's like, I keep telling them, no, it's better than necromancy. I am a healer.
I just give you a brief smack and you're like, got it.
Try not to freak out these people. I don't want to. You have a lovely home, Miss
Esmeralda,
Nilo Magara Vasraya.
thank you for saving my son. He sometimes gets in over his head and overestimates his abilities.
Yes, we noticed that.
You should probably, Emiria, you should probably seriously give him a once over. Legion's only got partial training. He already said a concussion, I think. Just want to
Yes.
make sure he doesn't have any long-term problems.
Yeah. When I was thinking
Esmeralda
like
goes
that,
over to a shelf and starts examining bottles of
Yeah.
various herbs and other natural things. She tosses a bottle to Leroy. That that should that should just about do it. That should help.
Got Sure. If you think getting thrown about 15 feet will help.
No, she was
Also
referring to
not enough cold.
the herbs that they would help.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know. It's like sure, if you think that's gonna help. Is
I sort of
because he
tapped
was
Nilo on the
thrown like
shoulder with
15, 20
two
feet.
knuckles.
Yeah.
Although with probably a bit more force considering augmented Spartan strength, so probably the shoulder gets jarred a little bit harder than I intended.
Yeah,
Don't forget he was knocked out cold.
Medicine comes in very different forms.
Leroy opens the jar, withdraws a few leaves, puts them in his mouth and kind of grimaces. Uh, from what you can tell by his grimace, they taste really bad.
Yeah.
But then you can
It's
see his
medicine.
condition like immediately visibly improve. And then he goes over and puts the jar back on the shelf.
Yeah. I swear this boy's gonna be the death of me.
Candy herbs.
They do that sometimes.
I just realized the foreshadowing that was by accident. I just realized. Like out of game, I just realized what that actually meant. Anyways, uh, so bloody hell, I don't. My manners are gone. Just my manners are gone. What are all your what are all your names? I'm Vladimir. This is my wife Esmeralda. You've already met my dumbass son Leroy.
You all hear a distinct hiss of air as I reach up and take off my
Yeah.
helmet as the suit unseals.
Yeah.
Senior Chief Petty Officer Bradley, 31.
Military.
This one's Nilo. Crazy one back there is Miria, and the other silent one is Vagar.
You're
I
a
can
hunter.
tell.
You're a hunter, huh? I was like that for a while.
And Esmeralda is like very much looking Vagar in the eyes. And a
Yeah.
It's like,
lycanthrope, if I had to guess.
I
no,
think so too. Is
no.
you, you can't lie to us, not at all. You,
Yeah, yeah.
well, how long?
He's gonna look over at the others in the party. He's like, how long have we been together?
It's
No, how
recent
long?
development.
Well, that's nice to know. I was
Mm,
meaning how long have you been how long you've been getting all fuzzy when the moon gets bright?
As
well,
long
that's
as
the
I've
thing.
been
It's
with
like
these fuckers.
time has been weird since that whole thing.
Hmm.
I turned to Nilo, who has had an AI with her longer than I have had mine with me. Like,
Yeah.
how
How many
long have
hours
we
has it been?
been?
Oh, how long have you been together in total?
Yeah.
Yep.
Since
Um,
Vagar got infected or
yeah,
afflicted, however you want to put it.
a couple of weeks is since the start of the campaign.
Yeah.
Okay,
Week and a half.
so about
Huh.
about 2 weeks, maybe a little more.
Ah. Ah.
She,
Do you still?
Esmeralda looks at the very obvious bloodstains on Vladimir, and it
Yeah.
looks like you've had some episodes.
You mean you mean Vagar, not Vlad?
Vagar, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Last I established, Vlad didn't get into a scrap today,
No,
unless we're talking about the wrong Vlad.
no. Looks at the
That is a
blood on
bad day if we're talking about the other one.
looks at the blood on Vagar, and it looks like you've recently had a bit of an episode.
Just
You could say that.
don't
And
worry.
I look Vagar up and
Yeah.
down once more and be like, are you in a you alright, bro, kind of way?
Yeah. I actually am
Oh,
I'm actually
that
applying more
reminds me.
I'm applying more Omni Gel to fix some of the damage done to my suit.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Don't worry. In time, you can learn to control the animal. You can learn to control the beast.
Really,
The beast.
this is a curse, not something that I'm born with. It's a little different.
Oh, I'm aware.
You are preaching to the choir.
Well,
I'm
I
not
don't
one,
know.
but she's the
They have
expert on this.
sentient dessert here.
The what?
I don't know if it's sentient. The Jello or the jelly.
Ah, yes. The tomb.
No, not really.
The ooze.
No, that
Nice. Yeah.
not neither the pudding or the or the bloody plasmoids. Just, I would n- I recommend the pudding, not the
I should mention, Vagar, you have actually met a plasmoid.
yeah.
Yes, we did
Yes, I'm
meet
like
one. It
okay.
was the coin exchange.
Yeah, but we also don't exactly fully understand what to call him.
It.
Mhm.
I call him an amoeba because that's what I figured out he
Yeah.
was.
It.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. So,
You don't know what to call it. Yeah, because it's just like a slime creature in the vague shape of a person.
yeah.
Mhm.
It spoke, which is something that oozes from my place don't do. They
yeah.
just eat people.
Well, either way, I don't think I properly thank. I think a proper thanks would be why don't you all stay for dinner? Yeah.
It would be lovely.
Very
So,
well. We don't really have anywhere else to be.
you plan on leaving soon?
I think our ship is staying around in one of the nearby ports for a little bit.
Something about Waterdeep, I heard. Mm. Don't know what kind of business you're don't know what kind of business they're doing here. Well, actually, if the ship you're on's at Waterdeep, what are you doing here?
Dropped us off.
I
Said
should
we
mention
need
the
some,
village that you're here is close to Waterdeep.
mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, it's
I
still
know.
like.
I just like yeah. I
Yeah.
know. I just want to make
What
sure
are you doing
you're aware
here?
of that.
They
What are you
dropped us
doing
off
here?
here. Said we needed some, and I hold up my hands. Relaxation in the air quotes.
So I see he's the chipper one. Yes. You. You. I'm curious. Oh God. That's. I'm. My brain stopped. Interesting.
It does that
I gotta.
sometimes.
Like I just like I just rebooted. That's interesting.
Windows Vista sounds.
I suppose Ezzy can pick it up for a sec. Yeah.
I my brain kind of broke too.
Okay. How about I propose everyone takes a quick break.
hmm
I'm gonna go hit the bathroom, refill water. I recommend others do the same if they need.
hmm
I'm just gonna.
Intermission
Go.
time.
Yes, as I speak about different bears from Innistrad. The grizzly bear, well, the grizzly ghoul, is a 4 mana, 2 colorless, black and green, 4/3 with trample. When the grizzly ghoul enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each creature that died this turn. The second bear, the Ulvenwald bear, is a 2/2 for 3 mana. It has the ability Morbid. When Ulvenwald bear enters the battlefield, it gets 2 1/1 counters on it if a creature died this turn. The stuffed bear, a 2 mana artifact. You pay 2. Stuffed bear becomes a 4/4 green bear creature until end of turn. The Diregraph Scavenger is a 2/3 bear with death touch. It is also a zombie. When Diregraph Scavenger enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. The flavor text on this card is, it can barely feel the sword anymore. The art depicts it with a sword stuck through its head. These are bears on Innistrad, as stated by Spencer.
So is Innistrad a card game like Magic?
Innistrad is a Magic the Gathering setting.
No.
Yes, it is a playing. It is essentially a world in Magic the Gathering where where they come back every few years to do a new set. Um,
I'm
they
back.
they like to tell you that there's an overall story. There is not really an overall story,
Okay, well,
or at least that kind of broke
so,
down in the past year.
so since Joey is back, so yeah, you
Intermission over.
Yeah.
so yeah, you get some food that night. You notice that Esmeralda is definitely cooking with magic.
Yeah.
She's a witch.
She is a
I'm
witch.
gonna-
Yes.
I'm actually gonna see if I can't identify because cooking takes a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Try to understand what science they're using.
What science they're using out there? Let's see here.
Amiri is just gonna give you a pat on the shoulder.
Smell me the
This isn't
science.
Watch me come up with another one.
She's
science
using a few
element.
different spells throughout the time. Some spells to control the flame, some spells um to like she basically animates a knife to
Ah,
to cut for her.
the real question is, has she made her own spell like power word boil or something like that to make the pot of water boil faster?
Word boil.
Yeah. So yeah, just different little utility things like I don't
Yeah.
know what specific spells it would be, but
So it would probably control
Those
flame, maybe
yeah,
control
99.9
water.
in
control
12
flames
terms.
and control flames like mage hand,
Hmm.
shape water,
Animate object.
not
Yeah.
animate objects. That's a 5th level spell. Like
Oh, okay.
she's
I was not
powerful.
aware it was that high.
Yeah, she's powerful. She's not use a 5th level spell to cook powerful.
Yeah.
I was not aware animate object was that high.
Yeah. So it's like int. I'm gonna like look over some of the readings just with some interest.
Anything
You'll,
interesting?
There's a lot of old timey terms in there, like Eye of Newt.
yeah. Yeah. Seems to
Tale of a
seems
salamander.
around seems that it's commonplace for people to have the ability to manipulate elements.
Wow.
The exact source depends, but yes, pretty much anyone can learn magic.
Wizards, bards, artificers.
I
Sorcerers.
No,
Game
sorcerers have it through blood.
masters.
No, yeah, but the that's why she said the exact source depends. Sorcerers
Yeah,
yeah.
still have to learn to like harness their
Yeah.
magic.
yeah. But just straight up, you decide one day you want to learn magic as wizard, bard, or artificer.
Hmm.
I mean, hmm. That'd be interesting, mechanically speaking,
What would?
and storytelling wise. Well, I'm actually just trying to think of like, because right now Nilo thinks it's like a physiology thing,
Hmm.
Mm.
like whatever they can, because like how some, like how Asari do that brain thing
Hmm.
to
Ah, yes,
breathe
yes,
and
yes, yes,
stuff
yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes.
So she thinks it's something kind of like that. It's a physiology thing. It's something that could be easily learned by other people, but it's also so she thinks maybe this girl uh might be somewhat ignorant, but she also seems to know what she's talking about. So I'm thinking how to approach this. Might
My
get
little
the
blackberry, that
yeah,
that spoon is moving on its own.
yeah. I'm going to I'm just going to yeah, which is definitely new. Yeah. You say anyone can learn.
Sure, if you have the time.
Anyone can cook.
Odd.
Pure study, someone who learned magic through pure study, we would usually call a wizard. Myself, I prefer to harness the spirits around us to do my magic.
Yeah, one of them.
I told you there
Yeah,
were
one of them's
ghosts.
a yeah, and one of them's a right wanker. Something blows his hair. Figure out which one that is. He's like pointing around. I'll figure out which one that is. One of these days, points at his wife. One of these days.
She she grins, and Nilo, because you're the only one right next to her, make a perception check.
All right. Alrighty then. That's the wrong. That's there it is. For crying out!
Nope, you do not see it.
I swear, I'm gonna need to get this girl expertise in this or something like that. Because that'll be the only way I see anything. Because Nilo seems to be blind.
I mean, if it were possible, I would lend you my perception modifier of +9, but that's not.
That would do very little. But
I
anyways,
can only give you a +5 as well.
I am mildly curious about this. About what you call magic. Oh boy, she's a brainy one.
Mhm.
Yes. Tell me about it.
You're from a world without magic, aren't you?
I mean, unless you believe in fairy tales, there's a
Would you
perfectly
describe
reasonable
some of
explanation.
those? Oh, what do you call them? Biotic abilities. I lift my hands up again. Magic
There,
in the air quotes.
some. I know some people like to jokingly call them magic, but it's closer to a medical condition.
Think of
Although I'm not personally sure it should be considered a disability. It takes away from people with actual physical disabilities. Like there's being able to. I'm just saying being able to lift objects with your mind is not a disability as far as I'm concerned.
um Esmeralda, while still, doing her thing, she holds up a hand and like creates like a little illusory symbol above it. Think of magic as drawing on the binding energy of the universe.
Uh-huh.
And with enough practice, you can command that energy to do just about anything. And the little symbol turns into a little swarm of butterflies that flies away and then dissipates.
Which would be impressive if I hadn't been watching Skirbo make freaking sea monsters out of his pipe smoke for the past couple of weeks. Uh, the cap Our captain has a pipe that does that. He always seems to try to reach out. Don't know half of the things he tries to do. You might have to look more into this, just to satisfy my own curiosity.
Um,
So what brought you all together anyway?
while
Yeah.
Vladimir is asking this question, Esmeralda goes over to a bookshelf and pulls off a leather-bound tome that she hands to Nilo. The cover titles the book "The Spellweave: A Primer."
Oh, and it's like in an English?
Yeah.
Huh. Wasn't expecting you to have a similar writing style to humans, though I suppose that shouldn't be that surprising. Humans have like 6, 7 more than that different
She
written
she raise,
words.
she raises an eyebrow. What did you think we were? Elves?
She and I are from different planes. We've been plane hopping all over the place. It's been a bit
Anyways,
A bit of a
back
ride.
to the question that
experience, you could
Vladimir
say.
asked
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
seriously, what brought you all together? It sounds rather involuntary.
the long and short version really, is that the four of us on four different planes of existence all swapped places with each other and then wound up piled on top of each other on a fifth plane of existence.
Yes.
Oh,
Space was not very
Vlad,
comfortable.
Vlad's gonna Vlad's gonna look at his wife. That that doesn't sound even remotely good. I
Involuntary planar travel is usually not a good thing, no.
Yeah, but isn't that usually a one-man jump kind of thing?
There are
Sounds
methods that can take multiple. The out of
like,
character, Vladimir would totally know about that. Like the
yeah,
Vistana, Esmeralda's
yeah,
people,
but he was talking.
yeah.
Yeah, he was talking more like involuntary, just
Oh yeah.
kind of happening.
Oh,
Yeah. So he's like,
effects can range. Depends on the exact source.
wait, but if you all swap places, how'd you end up together?
As I said, after we all swapped places, then we all sort of ended up piled on top of each other, on top of a vessel in space, in a fifth plane of existence.
Yes.
That
A fifth
Watched
dimension.
a
A
capital ship get
plane.
torn apart by a giant robotic space squid.
Reaper.
Yes, that. And I pick another Reaper chip out of my armor and flick it.
I will. I seriously need to finish decontaminating that thing. you.
I look at you and I'm
Sounds
like,
even
with my
less.
luck, I'm gonna be plucking Reaper chips out of this armor all the way until I get a new one.
I'm just like, yeah. Vlad's just like, okay. It sounds a lot worse than it sounded at first.
Oh, it got better and then worse. We found someone who could help us, and so we ended up traveling back to our own planes, only to find strange anomalies. You could call them alternate versions of beings that were originally from our plane, but had ended up in a different state of being. As
Basically,
for
like
It's a
alternate
lot of fancy words to just say
timelines,
doppelgangers.
hmm,
basically like alternate
yes,
timelines converging on
doppelgangers.
themselves.
Doppelgangers, but not shapeshifters. They were those people, but at the same time,
So what, you lot had to fight yourselves or something?
Not
mm,
ourselves,
more
people
like,
we knew of.
yes, people we knew of, but not ourselves.
Well,
Thank
that sounds like,
heavens.
well, that sounds like a right. Well, that sounds like a right bummer. What happened with? So why didn't you all stay home after you
Mm.
after you did it?
The
Oh,
problem
yes,
didn't go
so,
away when we
Our
dealt with the
our
anomaly.
planes of existence are practically poison to us at this point. We started fractaling and disappearing if we stayed too long.
Not fun.
phasing in and out.
Yep.
Basically disintegrated to dust.
I There's no way Vlad has any idea what the hell that is. So he's
Um,
gonna look at his wife for help.
sounds like some sort of planar essence out of out of whack. Maybe I could try to give you some insight into its source.
That would be appreciated. Our there's a the person helping us doesn't seem to have any heads or tails what's happening. He was making a lot of educated guesses.
Mm-hmm.
We thought
So,
once we solved all of the anomalies in all of our respective spheres, it might have saved us. It didn't.
so these anomalies, temporal duplicates of different creatures. Do you think there might be more of them out there?
Hmm.
I just
I
shrug.
believe I believe Mr. Ticker said there was.
More than likely.
As a hypothesis, yes.
And how long would you say this has been happening?
Hmm.
A while now.
A couple of weeks, the length of the
1,
campaign.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Okay. How long has uh how long ago was did Leroy fight the skeleton thing that seemed to be similar to
A week.
the other thing? A week?
A week ago, yes.
That might explain it. I don't I don't know if it's here or not, but might need to send word to someone. Not sure I can. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure I'm up for an adventure like that. I have to go fight. Sounds like there's a might have a bit of a might have something around here. There's some because if what my son says is to be believed, at least I'd have to take a look for myself one of these days. You sounds like we've been sounds like lately there's been some monsters coming from this from some specific source. Maybe it's a
Mm-hmm.
might be one of the nasty things you're looking for.
Lovely.
That sounds that sounds bad.
Um,
I feel it. You know the hardest part about retiring from all this. It's the
Hmm.
stuff you can't do anything. It's when you hear all the new scary things happening, and then you reach for your tried and true, only to find it's not there. I don't have the whip. Not gonna lie, feel kind of naked without it.
A
He,
whip.
he was telling that to his wife, by the way.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. I look here. A whip. Uh,
Hmm.
unless that thing is made out of like plasma or something, what good is a whip gonna do you against most monsters? Besides
You are
make
into
A
some
lot,
strange
a
things using a
lot,
whip.
a lot. It was practically made of every single monster slaying implement you could think of. It was a, it was some, and then it got forged with with more nasty business, and that concentrated. That's that thing plus some that thing plus my good arm practically one shot Strahd, who was not some run of the mill run of the mill blood sucking parasite. He was a whole other league. You could have.
Hmm.
Uh, I reckon this big guy here could have punched him right in the nose, full force, no apologies or nothing, and he wouldn't have even blinked.
Uh-huh.
It's and that It was a good whip. Hoping to if I could I was hoping one of these days I could pass down something like that to Leroy. But I also want to make sure he won't kill himself with it. Takes training, finesse, and a lot of practice.
I should mention that Leroy has trained with a whip before. He's not very good at it.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's like, it's a lot of practice. By the way, you stopped tingling in your toe. I told you to watch the backswing, and then it hit you right in the ass.
um, um, but Esmeralda finishes cooking, and everyone
Yeah,
but Nilo can eat it.
yeah. Carefully explaining that thanks to my particular biology,
Mhm.
that I appreciate the gesture, but do not prepare a set for me, please.
Yep, it is tasty and filling, kind of like a
Yeah,
hearty potato
it is a home.
affair.
It is a home cooked meal
Mm-hmm.
of the
Um,
best quality.
and you finish eating, and Esmeralda tells you all to remain seated, and that fetch she will fetch some tools so that she can try to help you discern the source of the
Hmm.
stuff, and then she goes into another room.
I should go ahead and clarify. Was she like fully giving me the book, or am I just borrowing it?
Yeah, she was just giving it to you to borrow to just like
Yeah.
read over
All
it.
right. All right. I'm gonna do a bit of that. Just kind of read a bit into that.
Okay. Make an Arcana check to see how well you absorb the information.
No.
7.
Nope. It's still very confusing to you.
Yeah.
Magic is very foreign.
It's
Yeah.
like describe the
I'll
color
have to.
red to a blind
I'll
person.
have to.
Always
I'll
been
have to give that
blind.
another. I'll have to pour over it again a little later.
Hmm what are the rest of you doing while you wait?
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
I have my helmet back
Waiting for
on.
Esmeralda
Oh, I can pull
to
up
come back with
schematics of
some
my
stuff
armor
to.
suit,
Yeah.
and I'm basically reviewing what I need to do next in my thruster repair series.
Hmm
On the schematics I have pulled up on the inside of my polarized visor.
hmm
You know what? Legion is making himself useful, more or less running a patrol.
Okay.
Alright. So,
Crusader will spark up a conversation with one of Legion's subroutines. Or I guess one of the programs of Legion, because he's a felt
Yeah.
consciousness.
Yeah. He's going to talk with one of them, and then two of them, and then like a shitload of them.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, what is Vagar doing?
Gar. He is going to go outside and just look around the farm. He is going to
She did tell you to wait there.
Yeah.
yeah, at the farm, yeah.
No,
No, like at the table.
at the table.
At the table. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Then he's going to take out like the shells that he found, and he's just going to like put them on the table and just like look at them more closely.
I want to mention that Vladimir is at the table with you. Leroy
Yeah.
is outside doing various farm chores.
Yeah. Vlad's
yeah.
just like you. Well, you got to be some of the most colorful lot I've ever seen.
That's one way of putting it.
Well, I can say with confidence, either you are going to find a way to work well with each other and become great companions, or you're going to kill each other one of these days.
At that moment, Esmeralda returns carrying some things, just a variety of little things. I mean, I, um,
Oh,
um,
geez.
she turns to and like she responds to what Vladimir immediately said.
Yeah.
You would know how many times you and Dragomir almost ended up at each other's throats.
Oh, don't even. I first of all, he's a Dampier, or maybe he was a full vampire. Can't remember where we settled on that. Second, I was in a dark place. You know that. You know I was in a dark place. It's one of the reasons I'm not. I want to make sure the boy's ready, because if he's so wanting to follow in his old man's footsteps, that I want to make sure he doesn't find the need to give up like I did.
That is a good question. How many fights between this version of Vlad and then and Dragomir did Aldan have to break up?
A lot.
At least 5.
There
Yeah,
probably were still several after the campaign, even though like
yeah.
definitely there was
They're
events
good
where like
friends. They're good friends, but definitely had a few scuffles.
Mhm.
You bastard! You drank the last of my.
Last time I won.
Yeah.
It was good.
I haven't heard from.
You know it was good.
I lost between the two. How many times do I have to tell the both of you?
I haven't heard from. I
Quit
haven't heard from
fighting
him.
over the boat.
I haven't
I
heard
got
from him in
plenty
a minute.
more of it. If
he,
I could just get to my stupid lair. But no, it has to respond to my divine signature that I don't have access to. Damn it.
You know,
then again, you're lucky. I guess you're lucky that Aldan was there to keep you from to keep to keep you from completely killing each other.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was. Well, I mean, listen. Listen, I was. Listen. Listen. It was either me or Marie. It was either Dragomir or Marie. We were right bunch of knuckleheads.
She looks to the rest of them. The others he fought against Strahd with.
Ah.
Oh,
Come to think of it, I haven't spoke. Ah, it's been a minute since I've seen Aldon. It would be kind of nice if he popped in every now and then, but I suppose he's got bigger things to worry about. Like
She starts laying out.
fixing himself.
Yeah, she starts laying out. She starts laying out candles and other little trinkets and little things in a variety of ways. Starts lighting the candles with a little flame on that she conjures at the tip of her finger. Now, what I want all of you to do is think of your homes and really try to focus. Try to bring it to the front of your mind and really envision every little detail down to the individual scuff marks on the floor.
Nilo will in fact think of her old room on the Raya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. The rest of you.
Yep, all the
and
same.
Miriam will think of.
In fact,
We'll
on
think of
my
the.
helmet on the
Oh,
inside, I bring up technical readouts on Charon class light frigates and everything.
Emiria will think of her laboratory inside her lighthouse.
The only thing that comes to Vagar's mind is Eden, because he doesn't really have a home. And the home that he does technically have, he's never there.
Hmm. He,
Yeah.
So he doesn't
um,
really know anything about it.
yeah. Esmeralda closes her eyes, and you see her, kind of lift her hands in a strange gesture and start. Her fingers move, and she mumbles things you can't quite hear. And it goes on just long enough to make you think that she might be crazy.
Well, I mean,
Crazy. Who's
And then
she
She's a
crazy?
can't be.
witch. This is expected behavior of witches.
Yeah.
They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with
um
rats.
she
Rubber
lowers her
room.
hands and opens her eyes, and then kind of sways a little bit like she's woozy.
Vlad's gonna go over check on her.
I'm fine.
All right.
Just a lot. Your your essences are twisted up really badly.
Oh, goody.
They're
What?
connected to something, something ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bloody hell! We just. Well, bloody hell! Sounds like we got a couple of chosen ones that just walked through our front door.
I don't think so. I think they were just caught up in this mess, and whatever caused it ended up tying them to it.
Hmm. That sounds worse. Ugh.
And there's something else. It almost feels like they're connected to our essences as well. She looks at Vladimir when she says this.
Uh,
Differently though. If I had to guess, whatever it is, maybe there's a duplicate of, maybe there's one of those duplicates of one of us.
I mean, what kind of nature were these doppelgangers of yours?
Good versions, bad versions, versions of other people we knew that had different fates. Some things changed in one battle here, or one laboratory experiment there, and they turned out very different.
Vlad's gonna like think for a sec. No. No, 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 no.
Something the matter.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're not dealing with, because you say it sounds like you're different fates. You said
Yes.
there's a
Someone I knew, well, he was dead in my timeline, and then another one of them, another version of him showed up. The last battle he fought in, instead of him dying, he survived, only for another hostile force to come out of nowhere and nearly wipe them out. And a third version of him turned into some sort of, well, for lack of a better word, robot.
Construct of some kind. Me, wait, I saw someone who is a great leader where I come from. He has a... We were talking to him and he had sustained great injuries at the end of a massive conflict we were fighting. He is a hero to my people. But then we ran into another one who was disheveled, broken, like he
Drunk.
had lost everything. And a third one who was working for those bastards at Cerberus. Shit. It's either... Well, it could... He looks at his wife. You ever had some dark moments you weren't proud of? Moments that could have gone real bad?
Lots of them. And I think I know the one you're referring to.
I just hope I'm wrong. I just hope that it better not be another one of me running around.
Just how
Still...
bad are we talking? I'm suddenly sitting up straighter, leaning forward.
It wasn't all... It wasn't all dandelions and daisies or whatever the hell you believe in. When we went into... When I went to Barovia and fought Strahd, it was... First of all, I didn't even know that was where we were going. The moment we got there, I knew we were in his territory. Things were bad. I myself wasn't in a great place, and then just around when I was trying to get back into the swing of being a real fighter again, Strahd, he got me. He turned me into one of those things. Vampires have a lot of powers that could be considered unnatural, and many of them are best used for causing harm to others. I managed to get cured. Afterwards. It was good, but I could see things going so much worse. The temptation of needing to feed was immense. I could have, and had I done something like feed on Strahd, I could have turned into something exactly like him. Our best hope is that I didn't even make it that far and I just turned feral.
Who are you talking about? Who is this him that has you so concerned?
What do you mean?
That was who he just told you. He
Oh
literally.
yeah, yeah. Oh.
The
Well, yeah, but he's
storyteller.
looking for a name. He's looking for a name specifically.
Yeah. It's like Strahd. Strahd, like I said, Strahd was very powerful. Sorry, it's easy to forget that sometimes it's hard to believe I killed him. I mean, I read my nan had books about him. He actually stands up. If I had fed upon his flesh, I would have transformed into the next vampire lord. And I could not imagine a single good outcome of that. And I'm ever so grateful that never happened. That fateful day could have ended horribly.
Well, then it is fortunate it did not.
So there's... Yeah. So, we're gonna need to. Well, I'm just gonna hope I'm wrong. There was some. There was a lot of scary coincidence that went into. A lot of scary coincidence went into taking down Strahd, and I don't think we'd have that. And I don't think Lady Luck will smile upon us quite that nicely if we had to have a second go around. Turns out, believe it or not, just about every bloody person who was there had something to do with Barovia and Strahd. Even Marie.
Oh.
Did I ever tell you? She was like, her, she is his she was his bloody cousin. They were cousins. Could you believe that?
Tell me more.
Out of character,
What were the odds?
she wasn't his cousin. She was his like great
Great,
great
great,
great
great,
great
great,
great
great, great,
great
great, 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 great,
grandniece.
great, great, great grandniece.
Oh yeah. He's like, he was
Paul
his.
Don was
She
the
was his
only one that
bloody.
had zero connection.
Yeah. He's like, she was
It was
his
Bahamut and all
bloody
the
niece.
vampires.
Did I ever tell you that? She was his bloody niece. Like, granted, it was a couple times removed, but they were related. How? We just kind of stumbled in there. I can't even remember what bollocks we were chasing after. I think some caravan found. Yes, it was the caravan. They told her they were bothering the lady. The lady of that kingdom. We said we'd handle it. They wanted some protection going home. So, well, I didn't, but they said fine. The next thing I knew, we were knee deep in shit. Ugh.
I've been on a few ops that wound up like that. Start off simple, and then before you know it,
Anyone
hell
who's done
breaks
a lot of
loose.
fighting and missions has at least one of those.
Yeah. If only
Some,
it was one of those.
yeah,
Or even 1 year of those.
yeah. Some of I still have nightmares of a few of mine. But he holds his wife's hand. We get through it. With a fond smile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get through it. He's
Lovely. Well, while we're here gathering information, we heard rumor about something called the Impaler and that it was dangerous. Do you have any idea how dangerous or what it is?
Do they have any clue?
Vladimir knows about as much as they do.
Some cretin who hides in a castle.
Okay.
Honestly, other than that, I
Well,
can't. Other than that, I can't tell you his. But I will say, I'll say this one thing because it sounds in character.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say I think he was some kind of hunter. But he's overdoing it a bit, or at least he was.
So as long as we don't go bothering this fortress, shouldn't be an issue. Good to know.
Yeah.
Avoid
Be
the plague.
fair, I'm not exactly sure where the hell the castle is. Just I'd reckon it's a safe bet that if you see things stabbed on spikes outside, it's probably best to just bugger off somewhere else.
Yes.
Probably a safe bet. And that goes double for you, boy.
Leroy's outside right now.
Yeah. Right. That goes double for my son. I swear, if he tries to march down that, this impaler sounds like some nasty
Did you walk
business.
away, Joey? You're a lot quieter.
Oh, yeah.
I flipped up my mic briefly. Sorry.
Oh.
We can no longer hear the other air noises in your mic.
I stood up
that would
from
be
my
it.
computer.
Okay.
Oh,
My computer is quite loud. It has like 15 fans. And like not enough things to actually justify a cooling system of this nature. And no, they do not periodically shut off. Anyways, he is like, well, I swear if I swear to God, I swear to all that is holy, if he so much as even thinks about trying to march down that thing's doorstep, I am gonna kill him first. I'm not even sure. From the sounds of it, I'm not even sure if I'm ready to fight something like that.
Perhaps with an army.
That'd be good. That'd be good, probably. You'd need to have an army of people that was able to fight something serious. I've heard some rumors about some of the things that he took down. Nasty creatures, if true. The kind of thing that I would have just been the kind of thing that in my heyday I would have just been evacuating cities instead of trying to kill it.
Uh-huh.
That's something my boy needs to learn sometimes. Sometimes you just need to know when you can't help. It's a hard lesson to learn.
Oh, yes.
It's especially for him. He's young. He wants to get out there, make a name for himself, and kick it to the darkness. Give all the beasts of the night something to be afraid of if they even think of looking at some little kid like he's a snack.
Oh, I've
But
met many like that. Unfortunately, nearly all of them have wound up dead.
you'll
Thousands of them.
yeah, I knew some people like that too. And I and as a father, I very much do not want one of those people to be my son. If he's gonna be, he's about as stubborn as his old man, though. He has a bit. He definitely has some of, and you definitely didn't help. Look, you. But he needs training. He needs a lot more training. Better. Just not always sure that he's taking what I tell him to heart. I don't want to. Hmm. And again, if you all are sticking around for a bit, would you mind helping out with that?
I will see what can be done. Not a
I'm
drill
sure.
instructor,
I'm
but
sure you.
shown a
Maybe if
few
he learns how to.
privates a few
Maybe he
things.
should learn how to fight someone his own. Maybe he should. I think first he needs to figure out how to fight someone his own size, but it would also be good to have an opponent who's not gonna kill him, but also could easily shrug him off. And I think you fit the bill there, mate.
Very well.
Um,
Miria, stand by in case we need a medic.
no, that would be the next day that you'd be doing that.
Rearrange.
But
Yeah.
Uh,
I would be doing
I'd
it
say
this
let
day.
him rest for today.
yeah.
I'd say let him rest for today. He's gonna finish his chores and then he is off to bed.
You
No,
see
he
you see as if on cue, the door opens, and
yeah,
Leroy is there along with Celia.
yeah.
No, Celia.
Hello,
Yeah.
Celia.
Yeah.
You seem to have found us. Skirbo
How
ready,
on earth did you find
Captain
us?
ready for us to leave already?
Not yet. Got a message back. They found the destination they need, and they're making they're making let me reword that. They're heading the captain and some of the other crew headed in.
Is it normal for the captain to take to a mission himself?
Sometimes. Depends on the exact mission. I see you found some friends here.
Yes, this is. Yes, these are the Belmonts. They we we ran into Vladimir here. He was distressed about his son having gone missing, and his son had run off to fight some big fleshy thing that looked a lot like what she does to things. Actually, I think its remains are still out there, because of course she took them.
They still should be.
Well, I highly doubt anyone would walk off with your dead body, Mary.
Or
You'd be surprised at the
too rotten to,
competition back at my place.
and it's too rotten for the coyotes. The
I just
vultures, on the other hand,
I just wanted to check it. I just wanted to check in with you to see how you were getting along. I have some other
seems.
errands to take care of.
What sort of
Oh,
errands?
Some simple research. Captain wants to know more about the area.
Hmm, I see. Well, if
understand.
there's anything to do, we'll be happy to help.
What do Vagar? Not do Vagar. Does Vladimir comment on Celia at all?
Well, first of all, what was she? Just human?
She is an elf.
I
Ah,
was saying, based on her Hero Forge mini, it looked like she was an elf.
Yeah, she's
oh
an
yeah,
elf.
yeah. I just couldn't remember for a sec. And he's like, so you're the one who's in charge of these people.
Right now, yes.
Sounds like a sad lot to be. Sounds. Does the captain always set? Does the captain always set you on a path to be with to babysit the newcomers?
Me or some of the others sometimes. I I guess it usually once the quartermaster to acquaint new new sailors with new sailors though.
What kind of information you looking for the local area?
Nothing nothing particularly impactful. The captain just likes to learn things.
Was he what is he, a scholar? I want to point out of game, technically no.
Yeah. No, but he travels to a lot of places. He's an explorer.
Oh, so he's one of those. You go. I bet you got your work cut out for you then. You want me to pour you a pint?
She holds up a hand. Doubt it would work on me. I'm not affected by alcohol.
Ah,
For some reason, I'm now imagining the scene
I
from
know
Lord
how
of the
that.
Rings with Legolas and Gimli.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I know how that feels.
No, Celia is actually completely immune to the effects of alcohol.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he goes. He's like, boy, I know how that feels.
I feel a slight tingle in my fingers. I
Do you
think
have
it's
somewhere for
affecting
you?
me.
Do you have somewhere for your? By the way, do any of you lot have anywhere to stay?
Not unless Waterdeep is particularly nearby and we can hike back to the ship.
Out of
Huh?
character, it's like a couple days walk away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, Waterdeep is a massive city. That'd be
Yeah.
like, living 3 miles from New York City and being like,
I mean, it's in.
if
Not to
we're
mention, the Duchess is in ship
nearby.
mode right now. It's.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
It'll blend in.
Mm-hmm.
The the only thing that'd be truly unique is the figurehead.
hmm
But anyways, anyways, well, if you lot need to, if you lot need to stay here, I could easily. I'm sure we can arrange something. Got a, got a, got a couple I got a couple spare rooms for when we occasionally entertain visitors. Worst case can always. And for your things, I could probably clear out probably clear out a shed.
that would be most helpful.
That's
Yes.
all.
Well,
If that's all right with you, he looks to his wife.
Yeah. She nods.
All right.
Vega, we probably better go help Amelia drag that golem body
Yeah.
into a
Yeah.
shed.
Um.
That's
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you that.
Celia leaves. The rest of you get a
Yeah.
long rest.
Hey, I got healed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
After
I'm not
nearly
dying anymore.
dying.
Hey, I went from 94 to 30 flat.
Yeah, I went from 44 to 14.
All right.
Wow.
You wake up in the morning to the sound of
Mhm.
a rooster.
Oh,
Go
it's
kill that
just...
rooster.
This reminds me of my
I
childhood
like,
all over
I like
again.
to imagine. I'm just gonna be.
I've probably already been up for a little bit. And
I
like,
can't
Oh, I don't
believe.
want to make scarecrows anymore.
What are you? I can't believe I've gotten used to sleeping in such quiet locations. Ships
I
are.
will say, certainly
Quarian
better
ships
than
are
a
loud.
bombardment. It's nice not having to be woken up by plasma shells exploding all around you for once.
This is a farm, so I imagine many of them are up bright and early.
Does the Quarian fleet not have you get up at the crack of dawn?
The hell is dawn?
Sunrise? Oh, I
When you live on
suppose.
a when you live on a float when you live on a migrant fleet, dawn is relative.
I've spent a lot of time in space too. Do you not use some planetary standard time to set the time for
We
even when
use
you're not
Citadel.
in planet?
Most people generally use Citadel time. The Quarians do as well. It's
So
just that there's many.
it's a it's a figure of speech
Everyone had
for
different
very early in
schedules.
the morning.
Everyone had different schedules.
Ah,
I
So
think I used.
ship crew life. Never have to deal with
you all get up.
that.
Yeah.
You get ready for the day, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're gonna just jump straight into the training session. So basically, how this is
Yeah.
gonna work, you're each gonna tell me we're gonna go down each of you, You're going to each
Yeah.
tell me what you want to teach Leroy, how you intend to teach him that, and then I will tell you a check to roll, and we'll see. And I'll record in my notes whether or not you succeeded, and it will determine his stat block for the future. So,
Okay.
everyone, give me a number between 1 and 100.
50.
31.
Want to know what's funnier than 24? 25.
What did you say, Joey?
12.
Maddie's closest, so Vagar, you are up first. The number was 89 if you're curious.
Oh,
Oh,
So Maddie, you're up first. What's Vagar teaching Leroy?
He's gonna teach him like finesse. Just finesse fighting.
Oh. Sorry, I hit a button and I didn't mean
Okay.
to roll that.
So you're gonna teach him swordplay? Like
Yeah,
classical
pretty much.
swordplay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. I'll give you a list of checks to choose from. Let me head to this. Okay, so you could roll acrobatics. You could roll insight. Like teach him like how to do that sort of or you could roll sleight of hand.
I'll do insight.
Okay.
The 12.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
you
a little too harsh.
a little too harsh, but Leroy seems to be a quick learner and he absorbs at least some of it.
yeah.
All right.
Because while you're harsh, at least you're not actively trying to kill him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My
All right.
patience is
So
getting thin, and I was just getting there, and then it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm walking away.
okay. So next up is
Running away.
Spencer.
yes. Gosh dang it.
What does
This- I,
the
I,
necromancer teach the vampire hunter?
If you can't
so
think of
the
something, I
Monster
have an
Hunter
idea to give
reminds
you.
me.
Yeah.
I have like 2 ideas. One of
Yeah.
them is the method I plan is that I could, what is it? I don't, how to combat the undead by like giving hints as to like weak points on their structures as well
It's
as,
anatomy class.
yes, an anatomy class.
Yep.
It's
That
educational.
was
It's
the
not,
idea.
not
That was the idea I was going
lab
to
work.
give you if you couldn't think of anything. Was anatomy.
See, Amira is lecture. The rest of us are lab work.
Yeah.
Oh, but yes, other than
Vlad
that,
would
trying to think of like what
Vlad would
other
also
check I could
stress that if
do.
Leroy resists, Vlad would also stress that having book smarts can also help in a combat situation.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just be a meathead about it. That's how you get killed.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The
See,
other thing I
Spark
could
doesn't
teach
have
him
that issue. He's got an
is
AI
like
in his
I
brain.
guess I guess like the art of healing. I don't know which one would be more useful.
I feel like anatomy would be extremely in character for you to teach him, and it's like that would definitely be
Mhm.
something useful for a hunter to know.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you've got a whole
he
bunch
needs
of
to fight
bodies you can
necromancers.
point out things on.
And I, as a Stitcher, despise necromancers. All right, what do I gotta roll?
You
Medicine.
hate them because they're so similar. Not.
No, because their work is shoddy.
That'll be a medicine
So
check,
what you're saying is
Spencer.
it's Jedi and Sith.
All right, medicine.
Pretty much.
All right. Dang. Really? Okay. All right. That's fine. 1d20. It'd be a medicine check.
Hmm.
Hmm. I guess that would be like the best thing that it would be. Why are all my things in tools? Okay. All right.
Because you're an artificer.
Yes. Hmm. Would religion be better though if it's like, what is it? If it's like the knowledge of other undead things.
If it is specifically undead that you are teaching him, yes. But if it's just anatomy, then no.
Hmm. What is it? Hmm. because Miria would have knowledge of like how to would just have secondhand knowledge of how to fight werewolves, mostly due to hatred of them, as well as like how to talk to a vampire into not sucking out your blood. Would that be something else? Would it just be society?
How to talk a vampire into not sucking out your blood?
Well, it's like because this is like just a general class of like just different things that happen with the undead. What am I teaching him? It's like if it's just anatomy, then yeah, then I guess that would make sense as to like what weak points are. But I guess like weaknesses.
Just general information about undead? That would be a religion check.
Okay, religion. +7. 26.
He very much absorbs this information.
All right.
And then we're going to move on to Barad next.
Okay, so I would engage my light shield and basically teach him when to block a hit, when to move out of the way, and how to take a hit from something bigger and stronger. And I'm using my shield because I won't cut off any limbs or arteries with that instead of my sword.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's definitely an athletics check.
Yeah, he's basically being a giant practice dummy that'll actually punch him back.
Yep. Without severing his throat.
Yep. Your whole thing is you're gonna knock him on his ass.
Yeah, you knock Leroy on his butt several times. He doesn't. He does slowly improve, but he never gets to the point where he can like really pose a threat to you.
Lore accurate Spartan, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
This is what I
also known
expected.
as literally the one good scene of that Halo TV show.
All right.
That one girl just having the vision over and over of getting taken out by Chief.
All right. Lastly,
Yeah. So when we finish up, I just sort of pull him up and I'm like, I'm gonna have to work on that, and I disengage my shield.
all right. Lastly,
I'm
we
like,
will go with
Nilo, he's all yours.
yep, Nilo.
All right. I am going to do something that kind of on paper sounded a little similar at first, but I think it's fine. I'm going to have Nilo try to teach him how to identify weaknesses and things you don't understand.
Okay.
So I'll probably do so by using some practical things, like, for example, Nilo might see if there's a. For example, Nilo might see like maybe one of the cows is favoring one foot or something, or even just using Legion and the drone as like practical examples.
Yes. Okay. Investigation then.
Excellent. It's the one thing I'm good at. Watch me roll a 1. Hey! If there's one thing she's good at, it's finding the weaknesses of things she doesn't understand. Because, I mean, that was basically the Reaper War.
Yeah, he very much understands that as well.
So he's got good brains, but he's having difficulty
brawn
picking up
is
the physical.
terrible.
He's having difficulty picking up the physical skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. In some of the off time, I'm actually gonna have Nilo go between trying to study that book and also I'm gonna finally identify those Promethean components.
Okay, so we'll do the. We're actually gonna do this a little differently. So yeah, there is off time both during the other people's training sessions and.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of the day, before the Duchess returns, we are going to once again number between 1 and 100.
50.
43.
78.
12.
What, we stealing numbers now?
Trying
Oh, yeah.
to figure out whether Joey or Spencer is closest. I believe yes, Spencer is closest. So Spencer, downtime activities. What is Emiria doing?
All right.
All right. I don't think I can reconstruct the flesh golem at the moment, so I guess like I don't. Trying to figure out if there's any. I would like to make flesh golems, but not like to the same. I'd like to make smaller ones. I would like to make more Ivos, if that makes sense.
Like spare bodies?
Um, spare bodies? Well, yeah, it's
Okay.
like
You wanna? Okay,
yes.
okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. No.
He wants minions.
Yes. So that
I
I want to check and
I mean,
see
these
if
things really
I
do
want
look
to
like
check.
gothic minions, but
I want to check and this set up correctly. All right, there we go. We have audio back. Okay, so
That's good.
Spencer, for
Yes.
your stuff, I want to check something real quick, and then I'll tell you what check to make.
All right.
We'll just have you track this as just like one. We'll say there's one set of there's one time slot during it, 1 2 hour time slot during the training sessions, 1 2 hour time slot after. So 4 hours. So you're gonna make 2 checks.
All right.
I want to make sure I'm telling you to make the right check here.
Why did Leroy only pay attention to the female instructors?
I don't know.
Now that you
Um,
mention it.
There's
I'm
something.
actually going to be
Maybe because the
changing here.
two guys
I'm actually
tried
going
to
to be
feed his brains.
I have returned.
okay.
Okay.
I'm actually going to be changing what your tool proficiency from being a stitcher is, because
Yep.
I remember that I have one tool proficiency called a surgery kit.
Yes. Yes.
That makes much more
I
sense.
knew I put those into the right. Was it right? I put my genius points into the right proficiencies.
So yes. So you're going to roll 2 checks with your surgery kit.
All right. That is a. I changed my tool. Well, my Weaver's tools using. What is it? I switched one of the whatchamacallit, not proficiencies. What are they called? Infusions with the adjustable tool set. So yes.
Okay.
So Weaver's tools, well, and also technically leather workers, has now become surgery kit, which means I have a plus 11 to this roll.
Wow.
Plus 11. So the first one is a 17, and the second
that's
one,
definitely
23.
okay. Those are both successes. So go ahead and record those as 2 successes for the next thing.
Right.
And we'll worry about. I don't know exactly how long it'll take, but we'll worry about that later.
Yep.
So, Bradley, you have two 2-hour time slots.
Okay, do I have my tools and my parts to continue working on my thruster repair?
Yes, you do have your your tools, and you've already installed the necessary parts. You just need to tinker with it.
Okay, so with my AI to provide technical assistance, because the AI would be able to pull up schematics and all that, I'm going to continue to work on that.
Okay. Make a tinker's tools check.
Does the AI's help give advantage, or is it just a straight roll?
Straight roll.
Okay. Hey!
Okay. You have repaired them to the low level for now. You only needed to make one because there's only
Okay.
you only needed 2 more hours to finish repairing them. So that is to the low level, that is.
Yeah.
So once per day feather fall on yourself, obviously.
Yeah.
And then what would you like to do with your other time slot?
Let's see here. I'm going to look at my pistol and see what all is involved in repairing it to semi-auto functionality. Mag-fed instead of it being what its
Yeah,
current state is.
that will be another tinker's tools check.
Okay, 1 second. I'm making note. Let's see. Aha!
Okay. Record 1 success for that.
Okay. Where is it? Here it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly
Yeah,
how.
and I was
Any,
looking where in my note list that was listed
yeah.
out.
Okay. All right, Nilo.
Like I said, I was going to look over those components and also, when I got the time, try to absorb that book again.
Okay. What would you like to do first?
First, I'll do the thing I know about. I'll look into the robot thing.
Okay, make a technology check.
All right. A tech
And
knowledge.
also, what exactly are you trying to figure out about it?
More or less just how it works, what's the nature of this kind of technology, like more or
Okay.
less how it operates.
Okay.
So that if I ever decide to do something with it, I can do something with it.
Yeah. You get a pretty good understanding of how the hard light technology operates. And the other stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good understanding of it.
So while you're
Which I gotta
doing that,
say is really interesting because that means
assume
things. One of the
you're looking
most
into
interesting things about this technology is the fact that they have those frictionless joints. That is
I
to
assume
say, they
part of
have
it's
like no joints.
because you're looking at like the Forerunner hard light tech. I'd basically provide you my gauntlet shield that you can look at as a known
Yeah.
factor on what Forerunner
Yeah.
hard light tech looks like and how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I've got some knowledge on some stuff on some Forerunner tech. That means
Okay.
I can do that, do stuff with that later if I so desire.
And then you're going to make an Arcana check to read the book.
All right. Let me just double check that was +5. That is indeed +5. Let me get that +5 and hopefully roll something other than a freaking 2.
18.
Holy shit. All right.
This time
Sec-
it goes much better. You pretty much get the understanding that, in the way that you understand things, the
yeah.
spell weave is the source code of the multiverse,
Yeah.
and well, kind of, and magic users are basically like programmed.
Yeah. Nilo's going to take some of that into consideration, and also I assume the fact that I don't think, actually, no, for beginners it wouldn't mention Flozigen at all, would it?
No, it would not mention phlogiston.
Yeah. Which is fine. I'm just gonna sit there, understand that a bit, start making some of my own notes. Actually, I'll go ahead and scan. Actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go. Well, I have a bunch of storage space, so I'm gonna delete a few things I don't need, and then I'm going to basically scan in the book. Basically I'm just take a bunch of pictures of the pages.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that way I can return the book and then be able to review some of these pages for notes later. And also, because it's a program, I can write on some of these pages with no shame.
Yep. All right. Lastly, Vagar.
Vagar is, for his first one, he's going to actually help out around the farm.
Okay. That would just be. In what way would you like to help out around the farm?
Like some heavy work.
Okay.
Like
Athletics check
carrying.
then.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Hmm.
You honestly just get in Vladimir's way.
Get
Wait,
the fuck out of my way.
wait.
You,
Wait,
have you
sorry.
never?
No,
I had.
no, never
Have
done
you
This
this
is a
before.
never
hoe.
tried to?
I've worked in a brothel.
Milking a
That's all I.
cow is not that hard.
Bravo.
I've
Do you have a wife?
yes.
Clearly, you have some things to learn about treating your wife. Cut deep.
dude, dude, literally lived in a brothel.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah. He's like, clearly, you need to learn a few things about pleasing your wife. It's a little easier to
Okay.
understand this.
Okay. What would you like to do as your other things?
He is so ashamed that he's just gonna go inside.
He's going to go to his room and pout.
He's got to have a sit down. He beat a man's son, and then managed to not be able to milk a cow.
Everything else except milk a cow. But like
Yeah.
if they
No,
like
I
have
know
a
you
book,
said like heavy lifting and stuff, but I also just kind of imagine
yeah,
like
it's
you
pretty
did
funny.
you were doing. I imagined immediately like like you help milk a cow and then like help move the product,
Yeah.
but then you like failed so bad, so bad.
But if they have like a bookshelf of just like books, then he's just gonna grab a couple books and just sit in the corner and just read by himself.
You learn what that herb that Leroy ate to help with his concussion was.
Ah. Oh, that's cool.
Um,
That's interesting.
so after you all finish up, Esmeralda comes up to you as a group, along with Vladimir.
Yeah.
Since you are dealing with something way over your head, I made you a couple of things to help you on your way. She hands each of you a small glass vial filled with what looks like dried plant trimming.
All right.
I'll tell you exactly what the effects of those vials are later because I don't know what they are right now.
All right.
So don't smoke
These,
it yet.
no, they're not consumable. Um, these spell jars should focus energies around you and should prove very useful to you. And lastly, she pulls out a small wooden box and hands it to Nilo. Only open this in a time of desperate need.
Yeah. All right. How do you spell Esmeralda?
EZMERALDA.
MERLDA.
MERLDA.
Yes.
Okay. Esmeralda box. There we go.
The box is about 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches,
All right.
and is fairly squat. It's a little wooden box with various vine and floral patterns on it.
Thank you. I'm gonna get
Maybe open.
also. Oh, also, I had finished with this. Thank you again. I hand back the book.
Yeah, she takes it back.
Yeah.
How are you? I imagine you're feeling better about the existence of magic now.
I wouldn't say that I ever had any negative connotations with it. More that I think there was just more than people were just saying. And while it did not necessarily travel in the direction I thought it was going, it had still more or less proven my point. There was just where we come from, the saying is, magic is just science you do not yet understand. A lot of things were considered magic where we come from, such as how something could levitate 3 feet off the ground without any aid. But you can make devices to be able to do such things.
Coincidentally,
Again,
when you say that, I'm in the background testing my thrusters, and I'm 3 feet
Yep.
off the ground.
Yeah. You literally just kind of levitate a couple feet and then drop back down. Like that. Nice to see your maneuvering thrusters are back online.
Yep, should come handy if we need to jump ship once. Twice, though they'll take time to recharge. Don't have the power supply to the reactor fully repaired yet.
I might be able to take a look at that.
Well, it looks like your friend is back. Esmeralda points behind you, and you turn to see that Celia is walking up.
Celia, what can we do for you?
Captain just got back in in the nearby port.
All right.
We're shipping out soon.
Very well. We'll prepare to make way.
You get Emiria, I'll go get Vagar.
I think we're all together.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're all together currently.
I
Yeah.
assumed Vagar was still like hiding up in his room or whatever. Shame.
You're all together. Because you were all together when Esmeralda gave you the spell jars.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Yeah, so
That's right.
thank you all again. I hope we were able to be of some help. Your hospitality has been more than enough. Sure, you ever find yourself around here sometime, maybe you can knock some more sense into my boy. He's got a good head on his shoulders, but his battle sense isn't the best.
Yes. Definitely
I
seems
saw what he did against Brad.
in the lad's defense.
Was it?
Only Sanghili brutes and other Spartans tend to do well against people like me. Hunter's pretty good too. They have
I was
that
trying hard not to laugh.
plasma cannon.
I was trying hard not to laugh. Why, it was funny. Why, it was funny. I saw him. Do you see how far back he... Do you see how... You sent him straight into the hay bales. I wasn't even mad having to pick that up.
I should mention one very major thing that you
Mhm.
all very much noticed with Leroy.
Yeah.
He is incredibly stubborn, and he just
Yep.
like the good kind of stubborn. He
Mhm.
does not give up even when
Yeah.
he should.
Yeah.
When with the knockback in the hip, I'll be like, I was holding back. I didn't want to fling him into the barn wall and crush his skeleton. Did
It's a
that
good
with a
job you
couple of
did.
insurrectionists.
Thanks for that. It's also... Thanks for that. I'm actually rather impressed some of the things he stands up from. First time I did a sparring session with him, I accidentally got him in the face with the whip. And then he still wanted to keep fighting. And then the missus rightly told us to stop and banned me using the whip for training sessions.
I briefly pull out my sword. See, I was using the shield to not use this. And it's like, it's,
Yeah.
the sketchy looking helicopter blade with a hilt attached to it.
Is that a personal craft?
Broke it off of a transport in a crash. I was low on ammunition. I returned it to
Sometimes
its sheath.
Sometimes your best friend is the last thing you expect.
All right, so yeah, you get
All right.
back to the
There are
Crimson Duchess.
farewells and such, and head on off.
Farewells and head off to the Crimson Duchess, and you get back on board. The crew, the crew looks about the same as you left them, and hovering next to Skirvo is not hovering next to him. On the shelf on on Skirvo's desk, because you go to his office. On Skirvo's desk is a jar containing what looks like a little purple ball of light with wings.
What
Ah, I
is
see.
that?
I found Tail. Now I need to find her sister, Tattle.
Oh god.
Anyway.
Yeah. You're back in Skirvo's office with the little with the fairy in the jar.
Yeah,
Should be.
Spartan will just point at the drum and be like, what is that, sir?
It
Out of
looks like...
character, it is the compass basically.
Yeah. Skirvo. There's... So... This is what we're going to be using to track gold in space. This is actually is actually a magical organism that we can use to track the position of the crystal sphere itself, and then attempt to chart a course. I'm actually rather not everyone can see it. Rather surprised you all can. Regardless, maybe it wants to be seen.
That's a great big purple ball. How is that not visible?
Magic be very fascinating things sometimes. Certain creatures be rather fickle. Just kind of... What really gets me is that I thought this thing was having a smidge of trouble in here. Turns out it likes the jar. That's wasn't expecting that, but apparently it likes it there. Nilo is going ahead to scan the little creature. Yeah. Because why wouldn't I?
So Taker walks into the thing. So it looks like we're about ready to head out. Are we
Aye.
heading for force space or atom space first?
We could.
Hmm.
What leads do we have on either this Varut or Juno?
From the sounds of it, Varut is fighting in a rebellion, and Juno is a wanderer. So it might be easier to find Varut, but he also might be more difficult to get access to.
Ugh.
Hmm. He also might not be too eager to leave the middle of his war.
I know suddenly being ejected from a conflict can be rather traumatizing. Maybe the war is but who knows? Their war could be reaching their end as well. What was the? Do you happen to have any information on this war?
Yeah, the most of force space is ruled by a galaxy-spanning empire, and
Right, bunch of
the
villains.
and much of that galaxy is in open rebellion against them.
I mean, how could they?
Lovely.
I mean, how could they not be? Did you see picture? Did you see what? Did you see what the bloody emperor looked like? I'm genuinely having trouble. Name me a more evil-looking human. If he had a, if he had a, if he had a bloody wax-curled mustache, it wouldn't have done a thing.
I think I think I heard something about that emperor having died recently.
Oh, good. Maybe
But
their war is wrapping up then.
yes, perhaps we'll have an easier time with this with Varut, and then we might be able to. What do you happen to have any idea what his skills are?
From the sounds of it, he's a soldier, special ops.
With special ops training, he might have some tracking abilities, and because of his intimate knowledge of this Juno, will be able. He might be able to point us in the correct direction. I don't think any of us have a physical descriptor for any of these, other than. Actually, do we have anything to go off of? Other than a name? I don't.
Out of character, you do not.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think we do.
Yep,
So
they
I'm
don't
gonna go
even
ahead and
know
have
Varut's
Scribble
the
say that. We have
Mandalorian.
nothing. We have nothing to get. We have nothing more to go off of, and I'm not. And Quilris not exactly in the talkative mood at the moment. I'm not about to go. I'm not about to go pulling more teeth out of a man that busy. We'll
Sounds
be.
like we've made our decision.
What?
That's Ticker. Sounds like we've made a decision.
I chart a course for force space. We'll find this Varut, whatever he may be.
Looks like you're going home, R7.
What do you mean it bloody isn't your home?
Where'd you come from?
Um,
Because, like, yeah, he came from force space, but not this force space.
Out of character, I want Skirbo to I want the framing device for the stuff that the B team adventure to be Skirbo telling the party what happened.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we'll just end the session off with that as a stinger. So go ahead, Joey.
Uh, oh, you want me to.
Or
Oh, you want me to.
just go ahead
You
with
want me to.
the start of it.
Okay. Uh, okay. How did you get about obtaining this? Well, you see, that's a bit of an interesting tale. You see, after we dropped you off, we made our way to Waterdeep.
And then we're gonna end off there, and we will pick up that story back in next session when we do the little B team adventure that happened in the meantime. That'll be a fun one. And
Yeah, it
so
will.
yeah, we may or may not be back next week. If we are, we'll be back with the B team. We won't be back with the main party.
The main party is getting, that's right, folks, the main party's getting benched in favor of old faces. One of them really old.
really old doesn't even. He is like
Good old Rust
anyway.
Bucket.
All right, so yeah, bye.